There is smoke.
Hello. I think we're good. I think we're here. I'm hoping so. How's it going? This is weird. I feel like I haven't been behind my desk to do gaming streams in a hot minute. So this feels very weird for me right now. I don't know what this is. But I found out the gameplay. I think it has a DLC coming out next week or sometime soon. I don't know what the date is anymore. I don't know what time is anymore. I just know it's still October and that's all I can figure out right now. So I'm running with it. But good news, the banana bread bribery is a great success. Oh, that's so good. And you got bagels in exchange. That's amazing. I'm sorry, what is this great banana? Okay, have we been on the same wavelength? Because I've also been debating on making banana bread, but only, not necessarily for bribery specifically, but mostly because my office now thinks that every time I come in, I'm bringing treats, which isn't inaccurate. But, hey Alex, how's it going, friend? It's not inaccurate, but also it's like, I make a really good banana bread because I dated somebody at a time who was like obsessed with banana bread. I don't know, or at least obsessed with my banana bread. So I made a shit ton. So I've got it like nailed down and I don't need a recipe anymore, which kind of scares me. But I need to bring that into the office because they now are accusing me of making them gain weight and it's hilarious. So I think banana bread's my next step, but that's so exciting. Who are you bribing? What'd you get? I mean, was it just for bagels or I love banana bread. I really do. I have so many. And the thing is, like, I'm the person who lets the bananas go way too ripe. So then I shove them in the freezer to make banana bread, except for the fact that I have way too many bananas in that freezer right now. And that's unfortunately how this has happened. Anyways, I'm just going to click begin, because maybe we get music then. This game so far has had no music, and I'm a little bit... Oh, there we go. I knew there was music somewhere in this. Hopefully. There. I was like, I don't think you guys can hear it. So I'm fixing that because I'm realizing, like, oh, that's really low. There we go. Let's just play with that. Sorry, normally I'm a little bit more organized, but today has been, I don't know. I don't know what anything has been lately. Actually, maybe the lie is I'm never more organized. It's fine. I gotta turn this down myself. We might... This music feels like it's gonna be a bit much. We'll fix that. We'll fix that. We'll fix. But yeah, I'm glad the great bribery has gone well. I will... Yeah, voice volume all the way up. Music can always go down. Sound effects aren't bad. Okay. You know what helps? If I actually move over to this screen. That'll make my life a heck of a lot easier. Why is this? There we go. There. Let me know if there's any issues with the music, if that's too loud, too soft, but we're going to try with that. Neighbor downstairs, she really liked it. Oh, that's good. They weren't just regular bagels. They're the fancy ones from Panera that had cranberries and chocolate chips. Ooh. Honey glaze, very possible. I love bagels like that. That's pretty dope. That's amazing. But sounds delicious. I actually love making bagels. They're really fun. The problem is, what they may not have been necessarily a honey glaze. What they could have been is like, so you have to boil them before you bake them. It's a very fun fact, if you didn't know that. And normally it's in like a baking soda solution a lot of the time. But actually, no, that's pretzels. You also boil pretzels. But so what you can do is you can boil them in like hot water, but then with like a shit ton of honey to do that sort of like exterior to it. I also had zero impulse control. I just ate the last one. Oh my goodness. Well, that sounds delicious, and now I want to make bagels. Maybe that's what I'm doing with my evening. I don't know. Anyways, hello and welcome to When the Night Comes. Pretty sure it's a dating sim. But it looked like some fun people here in that sort of spooky vibe. So it felt appropriate for this month, and I decided that this is what we're going to play. Plus, it looks like I can probably get quite a few sessions out of it. So, yeah. I have no idea what to expect. I'll be super honest with you. So we're going to find out the fun way, which is, you know, together. The way I find out about all of these games. Okay, sure. Wow, that's awfully forward. Tell us your first name. Yeah, it does. Oh, I have to type it in here. I see. Enter. Okay, cool. I'm not used to typing things. Yay! Pronouns! I don't like having gender. I'd like to yeet it out a window, please. This is pretty. I don't know what this is. We're gonna find out the fun way, friends. Okay. Department of Enforcement, Office of Lieutenant General. Very formal. Shit. Am I in trouble? Real question. You have been selected for immediate transfer and are authorized to report to the enforcement headquarters in Lunaris Games. Oh yeah, that was the weird thing about this. So if I start... I'm always in trouble. Listen, you're not wrong. I may or may not have told my coworkers earlier this week, so I have to spend more time in the office. Boo. Anyway, so I was in the office on Wednesday, and I may or may not let some people know my entire purpose now is to find a way to get myself kicked out of the office without losing my job. Oh, god damn it, I don't want to be. Oh, no, never mind, we're not playing this game anymore. Okay, we'll see how this goes. But ACAB at the same time. Y'all, this is not, I don't know how this is going to be good. I don't want authorization. Oh god, no, I didn't finish reading that. I was talking. Game, why are you like this? Log, can I see what that was? Oh, damn it. God damn it. I don't know what I'm doing. This is not a good start, friends. This is not a good start. Where I was going with shit. Crap, whatever. Always forward, never back. Wait, can we go back? Okay, well, I can choose my pronouns again. Yeah. We saw this. Can we... Okay, please find your mission information and all other relevant documents enclosed. Let's see if I can just read this first. Once the information has been digested, we order that the documents are promptly destroyed. Well, shit. This information is highly classified, and as are all details of your relocation. Upon arrival, please report to General Augustus Willem. The fuck am I? Not sure. Okay, there we go. So here's the weird thing. Lunaris is like, it's very interesting that there's a game that also utilizes this name for a city. I have used this as a fantasy city before. The name Lunaris, specifically. For mostly small games, but like, so nobody would fucking know. But it's just one of those weird coincidences that like, how? Anyways, because I've never played this game, and I think I came up with it before before this game existed, because I think this only came out a year ago, and I've been using it for like years. Anyways, very bizarre. We're gonna get over that. Maybe not. I arrive in Lunaris at dusk. I've been traveling for days. Great, I get an achievement, which is just arrived there. My feet are sore, my eyes are tired, and all I can think about is how much I need a damn good sleep. That is me literally every day. I don't think you understand. I'm a hunter. Okay, cool. I don't sound like a cop. I sound like a bounty hunter. Hi, Brandon. How's it going? How you doing? You're finally on your break to get ready for the wedding. Which I'm so excited for you. I hope everything goes smooth. I feel like that's like the wish I'm giving everybody that I know who's gotten married. I have a friend who just got married Tuesday. They eloped. I love it for them. They eloped. Beautiful, gorgeous. And I'm just like, I hope everything goes smoothly for you. Who else was I talking to? Oh, another friend of mine who got married, but apparently like everything was going wrong as they arrived where they were supposed to, like where they were getting married. Oof. But it went very smoothly day of. It was just the lead up was stressful. Decor this weekend, spending some time cleaning tomorrow. Ah, nice. Very fun. Good luck. Decor's always the fun part. I don't know. Half my house used to be made up of decor that I had from it left over from events or weddings that I worked, because they were like, whatever, get rid of it at the end of the night. So, events are funny because you end up with so much random shit in your house, and you're like, I don't know where this came from, but probably an event. It's gone really silly, actually. Oh, man. But that's good. Okay. I'm a hunter. Whatever that means. I've been called here by the Lieutenant General of Games to lead an investigation. The matter is apparently urgent if the rapid way in which I have been summoned is anything to go by. The things you hear about in ghost stories and fables are all real, and it's my duty, my purpose, to protect humanity from those creatures that go bump in the night, and possibly also smooch them. I feel like that's actually not my job, but it is now. I take it very seriously. There have been a series of particularly violent murders here in Lunaris lately, and the local enforcers, the agency that oversees us, can't seem to put their finger on who or what the culprit is. I was the most skilled hunter general in the previous town I was assigned to, but I eagerly welcome the change of scenery. Even if it does involve murder and a healthy dose of existential dread. Yay! Murder! Why am I cheering for that? I don't know. Existential dread is also the norm here, so this game already feels like a vibe. Feels like a mood. Though, as I sink further into the town, the feeling that washes over me is making me wonder if I made the right choice. As if I really had one at all. Our lives are bound and I live to serve. That's unfortunate. As hunters, we're the only ones equipped to deal with such monstrosities. Plucked from our families at a young age. Oh, this is unfortunate. We're told that we hold an incredibly rare talent, not only in passing the secretive initiation that gives us with keen senses and empathic skills, but also in possessing the mental fortitude, intellect, and obedience necessary to ensure our effectiveness and loyalty. The fuck? Are we bred for this shit? This is not good. I have questions. I steel myself and wander aimlessly through the unusually narrow streets, unable to focus on much else other than the thought of a warm meal and a comfy bed. The only thing that distracts me from such thoughts is the way the sky begins to turn an inky, infinite black. This is really pretty, though. I'm not gonna lie, at least the background is really pretty. I'm digging the lantern vibe. Yeah, thanks, I hate it. Time to cause shit and, no longer have a job. It'll be fine. Wisps of mist swirl around my ankles, seeping out from every crack and crevice. Flickers of magic are present within the smoky tendrils, and I can't help but wonder if my mind is playing tricks on me. I turn a sharp corner and see people running, scooping up small children, scrambling to get inside. I hear the sound of doors slamming and locking, echoing off the crooked stonework. Curtains are drawn, windows are closed, and then... got darker and it's pretty. Darkness, the abnormal kind. Although the stars are shining brightly at a glance, the crescent moon hangs low, neither offer much light. It's unsettling, to say the least. A chill rolls down my spine, and I walk faster, my sore feet continuing their protest. The instincts have been part of me since my initiation. What am I, like a warden from, like, Dragon Age? Did we have to drink, like, fucking demon blood to get through this? I hope not. That was rough, let me tell you. It was a rough night. And I have a feeling deep in the pit of my stomach that I need to get inside and fast. I spot a mage light lantern. Is that what they're called? They're just really pretty. Here's the thing. I'm obsessed with lanterns, so, like, it's just how we do. The dull blue flame flickers invitingly in the darkness, drawing me in. The fuck? Whose house did I break into? I feel like I just got to this town. I am fairly certain that, like... I don't have a place to stay. Hi, Catsy! Oh, thank you for sub! Thank you for continuing your sub! How's it going? Welcome to a game that I am, like, 100% about the aesthetic of. However, I'm questioning all of the life choices of this main character. Which actually is pretty par for the course. In literally every game I've ever played. And my own life. I know, hello for... Listen, visual novel, dating sim type jazz. This is kind of how it do be. I have cast my lot in this genre, apparently. I push the weathered wooden door open, and the light tinkle of bell that hangs above my head announces my presence. Well, okay, we're not breaking and entering yet. That's reassuring. Yet. Right? Also, like, look at the crystals and shit. Sorry, it's pretty. I'm here for the vibe. I'm here for the aesthetic. The shelves are stocked with curious trinkets and jars of strange-looking ingredients and potions. Not being here, you're announcing yourself. No, it's not. Then it's just, I don't know, entering. It's just the E. It's not enough crime for me, okay? If we haven't, remember, we are big gay do crime very much on this channel. Very much in this life. Oh, anyways. Shelves are stocked with curious trinkets and jars of strange-looking ingredients and potions, and an apparently endless collection of dusty old books line the walls. It smells faintly of incense, and is that a little bit of ozone? Yes, like in the way the air smells just before a storm. Okay. Like lightning. Well, shit. I hear footsteps and turn to find their owner, and I'm taken aback by the figure that appears from behind a pair of well-placed curtains.
I was just closing up, but can I help you?
Okay. I see what kind of game we're playing at. I'm going to turn up the volume on the voicing. Oh, wait. I already had it up fully. Well, now that I think everything else is like... No, I don't want to quit. Wrong part. Wrong part. Return. My face is hiding it. Sorry. Okay, there we go. The beginning music... The audio levels are weird. The audio levels are weird. Sorry, I get very particular about audio levels, especially in, like, games, but also in, like, life, I suppose. So I'm being... You're very much the gay do crime in these non-prosecutable international boundaries. Yeah, no, if there are any Twitch police watching, I suppose, please take nothing I say seriously. Ah, god damn it, I have to fix that. Oh shit, I have to fix a lot of my notifications. I don't have any of this stuff anymore. By the way, go watch the VOD of Goat Heist. It was fucking shenanigans, and Ashenworks, Brandon did an amazing job running with what was absolute shenanigans. And also creating them too. That was such a fucking funny time. Do it. Worth it. Absolutely worth it. Yeah, we'll leave that. It was such a ridiculous time. I got to play a ghost. It was so funny. Oh, but that actually said, if for Fire in the Dark, if you are interested, the player and GM interviews are now live because of that stream. So please go check them out. I'll drop them in. I'll drop all the VODs and all the links to shit in Discord later. BK, I'll save you a step. I meant to do it earlier. My brain's been like... I was in the office yesterday and it threw me. Like, I was so wiped for the rest of the day. Yeah, no, I got you. Don't even sweat it. But my brain was wiped after work yesterday. So I literally, like, died. Actually, no, I went and I played Cult of the Lamb for a very long time. Shout out once again to Gem Song for getting that for me for my birthday. Best and worst life choice because I am now obsessed with it. Did we almost play it today? Yes, however, I am dedicated to The Sims. And by that, I mean the dating Sims. Anyways. We know how I work. We know how this channel works. It's very specific. But no, I'll link you to it, and I'll also link the player interviews, which include mine. Okay, that's just it too. Yeah, let me look at it. I can hook it up with Twitch. Maybe we'll change one of the streams next week to not being this. We can do Call to the Lamb instead, and I can get you all to be my followers, who I am definitely great at keeping alive. They die. I'm really bad. Like, I start wondering, how have I managed to keep a cat alive this long? Because she keeps herself alive, that's why. Anyways. I was just closing up, but can I help you? Sorry, I forgot that we got distracted because it got audio levels. I don't know. I get distracted. We know this. Story of my life. Wide eyes burn into me, brighter than the clearest of emeralds. His aura feels distinctly magical, and I'm very aware that I'm looking at a witch. A powerful one at that. Sorry to intrude, but I appear to be a little lost. I'm looking for the tavern? That's where I'm heading. His gaze falls to my weapon and my sash, his cheeks darkening as a realization apparently sets in. I am always I'm easily distracted. We know this about me. This is just part of my life at this point. It's just par for the course.
Are you the new hunter?
There we go. I offer him a wry smile. Is it that obvious? What part gave it away? Was it the tons of knives on my body? Which I'm presuming I have. I have no idea what I look like. I chose pronouns, not appearance, friends. Okay, we only know so much. He returns my smile, and I can't help but feel welcome. At home, even.
Oh, just a little. It's lovely to meet you. The town has been alight with gossip about you this week, you know. My name is Ezra, by the way.
Okay. Hi, gorgeous. You're really pretty. Fuck. Anyways, we're... Calm down, Parker. I did prep extra water because I had a feeling this stream could go a particular way. I'm Parker. Nice to meet you, Ezra.
Did anyone happen to tell you not to wander the streets when darkness falls? As capable as I'm sure you are, it's not advised. Especially these days.
Well, shit. Nobody told me. Also, so far I'm here for the costuming. That seems pretty good. That seems pretty solid, and, yeah. I support. Really, anything if it looks like it belongs at a Ren fair, I'm pretty much in. I shake my head, still a little out of sorts from the long journey, then, much to my embarrassment, my stomach decides to grumble loudly. How rude of me. You must be starving. Take a seat in the back room and I'll quickly fix you up something. You really don't have to do that. I better be on my way.
You'll do no such thing. It's too dangerous out there. Please, I insist. It's no trouble, really.
Oh, okay, if you say so. I can hardly refuse when he's looking at me like that. Like what? What are you implying? What am I implying? I don't know what I'm implying. I actually really like the stylization of the... I don't know if that makes any sense. I really like the background art. That's really... Like, I like the style. It's really... It is actually quite... I think it's distinctly different from, like, the character design. Like, the character art. But, like, the backgrounds are really pretty. Like, look at those lights. I didn't read that. I think it was describing the room. Friends, we're already in a bad state. Can I go back? There we go. Yes, thank God. I nod and follow him as he parts the curtains to reveal a cozy living space. We're here for the cozy. We live for it. There's a small kitchenette with a crooked dining table. Actually, so question then for chat. So I got asked this question earlier today at work. We had a, I don't know, random survey. Don't even ask. This is normal, believe it or not. One of the questions is, like, what item immediately makes you feel cozy? What item makes you immediately feel cozy? I answered with blankets. Blankets are my go-to if I want to be cozy. Blanket burrito is, like, my definition of cozy. I know for some people it can be, like, hats or, like, slippers or sweatpants and stuff like that. But I don't know. Let me know. Let me know what that is. Ah, yeah, no, Catsy, that tracks. Tea is a good one. Tea is a good cozy mood. Hot chocolate is, I think, my other one. Oh, hey, friend. Yeah, all the tea. Hot chocolate is my other go-to. I actually almost made hot chocolate the other night because I was like, you know what this could use? Cozy. Should not be answering that particular survey. It was interesting. They had a bunch of, like, multiple choice options. So, like, we could choose from it. But how's it going? How's it doing? How we feeling? How's this Thursday treating you? It was also other things like, what is your favorite topping on pizza? And do you wear glasses? It was a very weird survey through work. Typically what it means is it helps plan out whatever we're doing for our holiday party. And what the gift is this year. Because there's always a gift from work. And it always varies depending on how big the team is and how much money they've had. Yeah, I think it was to look at, like... Yeah, I know. Glasses is interesting. Because I was like, we don't have that many people. They started surveying people because a few years ago they got, like, very specific Mac products, but then realizing that half the team uses Android, and we're like, this is awkward. 2 minutes until I'm done with work, and I got a new Jiller magnification hat. Ooh, that's cool. That's nifty. I like that. Also, yay, 2 more minutes until you're done work. That's exciting. I technically got off like an hour ago, but it took me like an extra 15 minutes to actually wrap up what I was doing and didn't even finish wrapping shit up. But that's okay. I nod and follow him as parts of the... oh, wait, I already said this. Cozy living space. Because then we got in the conversation of cozy. What is cozy for you? It's like a spaceship I put on my head. Please do. I'm very curious now. Small kitchenette with a crooked dining table. Nestled in the corner is a tattered but comfy-looking sofa. Ezra fills an old steel kettle and pops it on the stove, igniting the stubborn burner with a grunt before he turns and offers me a smile.
I'm just going to pop upstairs and get you some blankets. I really do insist you stay until morning. You must be exhausted, and I'd hate to send you out into the darkness knowing...
Knowing what? Knowing what, Ezra? He pauses, stopping himself.
Just wait here. And please, make yourself comfortable.
Gonna go jump out the window. I can think... Ah, yes. No, the werewolves are out. You know what? Fair. No, it wasn't a full moon. I think it was a crescent moon of some sort, they said. I don't remember. I can think of nothing worse than... Let's find out, actually. We can find out. We have the power. It's dusk. Because shit got dark. Listen, I pay attention to the most useless of shit. A Bork moon? Crescent moon. Crescent moon hangs low. Don't ask. Okay, listen. I remember very stupid and useless thing. It's a moon. A Bork moon. Oh my god. Alright. I can think of nothing worse than walking the streets right now, let alone across town, so I swallowed polite protest. No Bork moon. Sorry, Bork moon is making me think of, like, Swedish Chef instead. I don't know. That is where my brain has decided to go instead. Thank you, Ezra. He disappears up a narrow staircase, and my curiosity instantly gets the better of me. Follow him! I mean, what? Solitary candle burns upon the countertop, colorful, magical little lights hanging from various picture frames and shelves, as well as an abundance of luscious green plants. It's very cute. It's utterly enchanting, just like its owner, and obviously very well loved. Listen, house goals, aesthetic goals here, okay? If I could have charmingly witchy, cozy vibes all the time in my home, that would be my jam. There are generous amounts of personal belongings and keepsakes littering every possible nook, and I eye a tiny dish that's overflowing with brightly colored jewelry. Beside it sits a pile of crumpled parchment. Some of the pages are covered in an elegant looping script, the others are filled with lovingly rendered portraits. I tentatively reach for one of the sketches on top of the pile, but a loud creak startles me. I turn, as alert as I've always been taught to be, as my fingers edge toward my weapon. The hairs on the back of my neck stand to attention. I immediately know that there's a creature nearby. That's when I see them. My spidey senses are tingling. A pair of glowing, fierce golden eyes peeking up at me from previously hidden hatch in the floorboards. In the floorboards? Oh, shit. Y'all, you got a problem here? You seem to have an infestation. Where, chef? God, can you imagine? Well, shit, you're also hot. Fuck. I'm pinned to the wall by a firm, cold, and inherently not human arm.
Who the hell are you? Where is Ezra?
Hi. His lips curl into a snarl, affording me what looks like an incredibly pointed view of a set of long, sharp fangs. If I hadn't already clocked his deathly pallor, there'd be no second guessing what kind of creature I'm dealing with here. Vampire. See, I told you, spooky. It's not that spooky. Anyways, I know I'd already be quite dead if that was what he truly wanted, and I feel nothing from him other than an overwhelming desire to protect something or someone. His aura is panicked but distinctly non-threatening, so I decide to relax against his hold. I cautiously raise my hands in surrender in the hopes that he'll stand down. We're not taught to harm creatures who have no intent to harm us. It isn't what we stand for, at least not the honorable hunters. Meaning there are shitty hunters, not surprised in the goddamn slightest. Plus, vampires are the closest thing there is to humans in the demonology handbook, and I've met a few reasonable ones in my time. Emphasis on a few. He retreats a little, just as I'd hoped, just enough for me to gather my composure. We're gonna comfort the man first. Probably not child. Sorry. Ezra's fine, I swear it. Damn, look at the look at what good. Okay, can I? Damn, no, that's not what I wanted to do. Sorry, my brain is still stuck in like Arcade Spirits controls, which meant that right-clicking would get rid of this because I wanted to see the rest of that because it looks like it literally goes down to his fingertips. Anyways, we're fine. Those bright, disarming eyes burn into my own, a chill skittering over my skin. I know! That is a deep V in your shirt, sir. That is, like... Sir. He looks like he's searching for something, his dark brows twitching as he studies my face, a thick scar cutting through the one on the right. Is it deep? No, go deeper. Not deep enough. Anyways, listen, also, here's how we really should have been able to tell he's a vampire. Look at the gold. It spells out V. V is for vampire. That's how this works, right? Gotta be naval or you fail. Oh my god. Obviously. So, yeah, it's gotta go down to, like, at least there. At least. Oh my god. Something that looks a lot like relief settles upon his face. See, there you go. Can't help but wonder what a vampire is doing sneaking into Ezra's home at this hour. Is he sneaking in? Are we sure about that?
If you're playing tricks on me, I'll have your head. Understand?
Okay. I nod once, my hands still raised where you can see that I mean no harm. I'm not lying, he's safe, he's upstairs. I tip my chin towards the staircase and hope he'll use his head and seek Ezra out with those impressive senses of his. He takes a step back, but he still doesn't seem to trust me. I don't entirely blame him, I know how it feels. The sound of the kettle whistling as it comes to a boil distracts him as he visibly relaxes. His gaze quickly darts to the staircase, then back to me. Also, who keeps their tea upstairs and that far away from the kitchen? Sorry, as a side note. Oh, wait, no, he was going to go get blankets. That's what he was doing. He steps back, the candlelight illuminating his angular face, all the sharp lines and hair as black as the night. He's otherworldly, obviously attracted in that tall, dark, and dead kind of way, and probably brooding kind of way. And his left arm is missing from... What do you mean missing? It looks like it's there, it's just heavily tattooed. In its place. Oh, it's an advanced... Okay. That explains it. In its place is an advanced-looking prosthetic flowing with what looks like incredibly advanced magic. He can't... Again, tongue-tied already. That's not a good sign for not even 30 minutes into the stream, friends. In its place is an advanced-looking prosthetic. We know that. He catches me looking at it and quirks at that scarred brow.
Like what you see? Sorry. It's not for sale.
No, just curious. It's pretty. Ezra! Thank you for coming back. Ezra appears from upstairs, his eyes wide as he surveys the site before him.
Finn? What are you doing here?
Iron fingers curl through Ezra's forearm, almost as though he's checking he's real. His prosthetic thrums brightly as if it's responding to the touch. I sense that you felt uneasy. I came immediately. Are you okay? Ezra smiles, covering. Please tell me they're with each other. Please. Please be together. Anyways, I ship. Ezra smiles, covering Finn's hand with his own to gently pat it, a reassuring gesture. The intricate patterns etched into the dark iron pulse like a heartbeat. That's cool. It's fucking dope as hell. It's only very briefly started by the appearance of our new friend here. Right. Finn turns to me and dips his head in apology.
I'm sorry about that less than savory introduction, Hunter. Things are a little on edge here lately.
Good. Never have guessed. Ezra shakes his head, clearly amused by my sarcasm.
I'm fine. You really don't need to jump every stranger that passes this way.
That final reassurance seems to make the tension melt from Finn's broad shoulders. Sorry, Parker. You don't need to be alarmed. He's an ally. I swear it. Even if he doesn't give the best first impression. Finn offers me a genuine, almost soft smile, but he looks guilty. As he should, I suppose. Should he? I don't think he really... I don't know. He'd be unprotective. He's protective boy. I catch Ezra eyeing me warily, clearly sensing my apprehension. It isn't like it's every night you find yourself in a magical shop staring at a witch and apparently a friendly vampire. What, that's not a normal Tuesday for you? No? Finn's hold demeanor changed the second he laid eyes on Ezra, and I feel any final traces of fear melting away as he steps towards and offers me his hand. The smile that crosses his lips is mischievous, and cold fingers grip my own in a firm handshake when I reach for him.
It's truly a pleasure to meet you.
His pretty eyes brush over me like a caress. His pupils dilating, and I feel myself swaying, leaning towards him almost unconsciously. Sir? Sir, are you using your wiles on me, sir? Sir, I will not have any of that. This is I was about to try to pretend like we were at all innocent in anything whatsoever, and we know that that is not this channel. There's a soft whisper of muffled thoughts echoed. Sir! Sir, that sounds like wiles! There's actual whispers here. Soft whisper of muffled thoughts echoing in my mind. I still can't quite tell if they belong to me or him. It's soothing. Whatever he's doing grants me the foresight to see that he's most certainly is harmless and bears no ill will towards me. We sure about that? Something tells me he now sees I'm harmless too.
Finnegan, stop that. It's not polite.
Finnegan? Finnegan, you're in trouble. Finn closes his eyes briefly, breaking whatever connection he's created with me, and offers me a killer smile. Literally. Shit. Those fangs are really no joke. He must be pushing at least 5 centuries. You can tell that from the teeth? I've heard of vampires enthralling their victims before a kill, but that felt more like a request to be understood. Like he wanted to show he can be trusted. Yeah, right? Us not harmless? I know. Finnegan, middle name vampire. You stop that and get in the mausoleum right this minute. So help me or we'll turn this crypt around. I don't know. Hey, Pulsar, how's it going? No worries, Catsy. Lurk away. You take care of you, boo. How's it going, Pulsar? How we doing? Welcome to Vampires Causing Shenanigans. He exchanges an almost sheepish knowing glance with Ezra, and I quickly feel my mind clearing itself. It's interesting to see such a powerful creature wither under a witch's gaze. Sorry, I'm just checking. Finn again? He looks at me and our eyes lock. I nod once, appreciating that he cared enough to put me at ease. Then he is grinning again wickedly. Reasoning well, laundry, packing for Texas, steaming. Scheming's my favorite thing to do. Isn't it fun? Laundry, however, I have this habit of doing laundry and then, like, I fold it, but then I don't actually take the effort of putting it away. I have a bunch of shirts I still need to hang up that I literally did, like, last weekend. And it's Thursday, and they still haven't put away. It's fine. It's fine. I hate putting... I don't know what it is. I can do the act of laundry. I just can't do the actual process of folding and putting away very easy. I can imagine. I'm lucky, so I live in a basement apartment, but the laundry is also, in this case, in the basement and therefore right outside my unit. So it takes me like 2 seconds. Like, it's so easy for me to get to my laundry. And to, like, also literally hear when it's done. Not that it's super loud. Like, I actually have to go to the very back of my apartment to be able to hear it. But if I don't means I don't have to, like, actually leave. I can actually hear if it's done. That's good. That's good. How's your place coming along? I hope it's going well. I know you said there's a lot of work you got to get done with it, but hopefully it's going. Or at least making progress. I hope you didn't hear anything untoward in there. I have to include the folding and putting away in the process of doing the laundry. If it's not where it goes, the laundry. Fair. Well, then my laundry has not been finished for several days. If that's the metrics we're using. I'm terrible at it. I don't know what it is. Anyway, Ezra fusses with the kettle, pouring me a cup of fragrant tea and offering it to me on a pretty floral saucer. I love teacups. Like the good old like teacups and sauce. I love. I have none of them match. I have 5, I think, total. And yeah, it's one of my, they're just cute. They're just pretty. I don't have anything like 100% success rate by any. Oh, good. Here, this will help you get a good night's sleep. Take the cup with a nod, both of them staring intently as I take a small sip. But good, refreshing, and exactly what I need. So, Parker, are you looking forward to becoming part of this shit? Ouch! Ezra elbows him in the ribs, throwing him a stern, warning glance. Finn flinches a little too dramatically for the big, scary creature. If it's finished drying after being washed, the laundry's been done, I will hear another argument. I am no paragon, I just have metrics for my failure. Fair. I just see everything as everything is just a work in progress. Nothing is ever really done. It's progress. It's cyclical. It's a cycle. Eventually the cycle will repeat itself. It's fine. Lovely town. Were you going to call it a shit show? Because I will totally agree with that so
Do
far.
you have any idea what you've gotten yourself into?
Nope. None whatsoever. I like a little adventure. Used to a little adventure. I truly hope I can help. Ezra looks defeated, but strangely optimistic. That's a weird combination. Hi, Jem. I don't know. These two. Hope my words sound honest because I really have little choice. I have to help. It's my job. My duty. Well, you certainly seem capable enough. Finn grimaces, exchanging a strange look with Ezra, and I feel like they're not telling me something.
My clan and I are at your disposal, should you require any assistance.
Woo! 2 seconds in and already made friends with the vampire clan. Aw, yeah. Do you call yourselves the Deep V's? Because, like, really, that shirt is still pretty funny, friend. Clan? He nods, but I decide not to press him for details. Yet. I'd definitely like to know how many supposedly good vampires reside here in Lunaris. I offer them both a smile and finish up my tea. Ezra hurries to take the empty cup from me and sets it upon the table. He places his hand upon Finn's arm. Finn, Parker needs to rest. Maybe you should head home? Finn nods and Ezra follows him as he heads for the hatch. I'm sorry, is this still a hatch in the floors? Is he like your basement neighbor? Is that what this is? Are you? I have questions. They embrace briefly, and Finn whispers something into Ezra's ear. Long nothing? No, is that... quiet nothings. Is that what we're looking for? I would want some clarification. I'd hate to assume he's referring to a vampire clan that a bunch of white supremacists and hoods shut up. Seriously. Yeah, no, that's what I'm figuring. They're roommates. Then Finn's warm golden gaze locks with my own and smiles.
Be sure to take care. If you ever need anything, just scream, and I'll come running.
Mm-hmm. He winks, and my traitor's cheeks threaten to warm at the sight of it. He notices and laughs quietly, a deep, comforting rasp that I could most certainly find myself getting used to. Cool. Okay, so this game is all the boyfriends. Got it. That's the new tactic here. So many boyfriends. And them friends. I'm hoping. I don't know. I should not presume their gender. That was bad. I did not ask for pronouns at the start of this conversation, and I clearly should have. I need to know what to call them later. Finn gracefully lowers himself. Actually, no, I can't tell from this. That is boyfriend so far. I know. That's my brain. Listen, my brain went there. My brain 100% went there, and I was like, don't listen for my screams too much, okay? Like, it's not an invitation always, okay? Anyways, it's going in a great direction tonight, friends. we were missing out on we were missing the smut, right? We were missing it. All my life. Finn gracefully lowers himself down into the hatch, and Ezra stares into the darkness until his door slams shut. Turns around, retrieves a tin of biscuits from a cupboard, offering them to me, waiting expectantly until I take a handful.
Please don't let our apprehension worry you. I'm sure you're more than capable of getting to the bottom of all this. Some are saying the town has been cursed, but I sense something else.
Don't mind me.
Something bigger.
Well, it's always a terrible night for a curse. There's a distinct lack of smut in the baking stream. Listen! I am good at multitasking. Actually, that's a lie. I'm not that good at multitasking. If we could ever find a way to combine smut and baking, like, I don't know, no, we're not reading smut actually on stream. We are not going to that level at this point. Not yet. No. Not at this point. If I can find a way to do it in a way that feels okay, then maybe we consider. Yeah, but I also have to be comfortable with the level. Believe it or not, I have boundaries. I have limitations. Yeah, borderline TOS too. All of that. Also borderline my own. So, we'll see. Well, it's always a terrible night for a curse. My comfort level is paramount. That is always what it is. Even though we've only just met, I feel like I can trust him. Within moments of my arrival, I could tell something was off about this town is off, and I intend to get to the bottom of this mess. I have to live up to my apparently impressive reputation, right? Yeah, thank you, Alex.
We've lost people, good people, and the investigation seems to have just halted. We don't know what more we can do. Ugh. Look at me getting all emotional when you're probably dead on your feet and desperate to get some sleep.
He quickly gathers himself, forcing a laugh to break the somber mood. Thank you for letting me stay, Ezra. I'll be out of your hair first thing. I stifle a yawn as Ezra turns to fuss with some blankets. I'm thoroughly looking forward to settling upon the sofa, however tiny it may be.
Really? It's no problem at all. Wouldn't dream
Sorry,
of letting you wander the streets at this hour, especially after that journey. I'll see you in the morning. If you need anything, just shout.
Sleepy times. He heads upstairs and I eagerly remove my boots. The relief is instant when I settle against the cushions, pulling the soft blankets up to my chin. Despite the abundance of questions that currently flood my mind, I swiftly fall into a blissful, dreamless sleep. Excellent. After I wake, and Ezra eagerly makes me more tea. Ezra's like, man after my own heart here with how much tea is happening. I join him in the shop as I prepare to leave. I wait patiently while he deals with what sounds like a particularly difficult customer, doing my best to eavesdrop as I survey the books that line the walls. Most of them are in languages I do not understand. There's a strange energy in the air. My senses tell me that Ezra's visitors also have magical origin.
You really can't just drop by like this and expect me to have what you need right away. These things take time.
I'm here for this ensemble. Okay, I'm starting to think that Deep V's is just the aesthetic of this game, because, like, look at him. Look at him. It's also, like, right down there. Oh, goodness. I will look at that later. Shogeki no Soma. Okay, interesting. But I'm digging the long hair. I'm digging this entire wardrobe. just taking it.
That's always your excuse, Ezra. Do you not want me to work hard to save this town?
That voice feels familiar and I can't figure out why. Ezra sighs, apparently not willing to argue, or maybe he knows he'll lose. The tall figure he's bickering with turns to look at me, and I'm caught off guard by their piercing eyes. Everybody's got piercing eyes in this place. Their stare cutting to me to my core. They scowl, their lips pursed as they turn on a towering heel like I have a target on my forehead. Ezra looks like he's about to try and say something to stop them, but they wave dismissively over their shoulder. Oh, we got a close-up of this boy. They come to stop before me and steal their gaze, staring me down and studying me from head to toe in a slow, pointed drag. You are attitude incarnate, my dear, and I'm about to kick your ass for it. I registered the familiar violet sash that adorns their torso, the very same as mine, and I quickly exchange a glance with Ezra. He looks apologetic as he hurriedly emerges from behind the counter to join us. An enforcer, then. One who apparently doesn't feel that it's necessary to wear the standard uniform. Or maybe they simply think they're too important. Alex! Daddy? Sir, you can drink. You should hydrate. Oh, man. They have a commanding presence about them, and I can't help but wonder what rank they hold.
So you're my new subordinate? Interesting.
Gus? Oh, Gus. Oh, we're calling you Gus from here on out. Nah, I must remain a thirsty bitch. Well put, Alex, well put. August. Oh, I was gonna call him Gus from here on out. August. So this is the infamous Major General Willem that I have been assigned to. Is this the one that wrote that very pretentious sounding letter? They're a prolific figure countrywide, and they're known for being responsible for one of the best hunters that Escria has to offer. It will be a true honor to serve. Really? I'm actually disagreeing with that. I am not going to go with that. Historically, enforcers aren't the friendliest bunch. They live to serve just as we do, but they hold a much higher authority, and they love to remind us about it. The way Ezra said their name carried a warning, and August scowled at him briefly before turning their attention back to me. I notice how tired they look, their eyes heavy-lidded and their pale skin, and they even almost sway when they stand. Apparently, Ezra notices too, a flash of concern crossing his features as he quickly rushes to gather some ingredients from a locked cabinet. It looks like he's done this before, seen them like this before. Sounds good. Yeah. I figure. Well, so welcome back. We've met tall, dark, and more moody. It's a pleasure to meet you, Enforcer Willem.
Yes, I know exactly who you are. Your arrival has caused quite a stir, and more than a little paperwork.
Ouch, sorry, I'm rolling my eyes real hard right now. Listen, buddy, listen. Be grateful for my appearance here, otherwise I can leave. I can leave. I know I keep talking about how it's my duty, however. Nix! Oh, we get to be blessed by the void. Blessed by a little void. Hi, Bee. Hello. How are we doing? You're a very magical little cat. Yeah. Yes, you are. She's like, Mom, stop it. Stop it. Hi. I made you run some of my meetings today. It was a good time. My coworkers have gotten used to the fact that my cat always randomly shows up, especially if I have an afternoon meeting. So now they're very much like... I have coworkers who genuinely think that, man, that's my bracelet. I took it off not for you to play with. They think that my cat has hired them because she was around for their interviews. So, slowly and surely my cat is hiring and becoming the actual manager of my team at work. B. Oh, she's now just like peacefully sitting on a bunch of paperwork, fortunately. But, little B. She's like, if I stay right here, I can get head scritches and not have to be on camera. Why are you so camera shy? I'm gonna get a camera one day and just put it right there, and it's gonna look at you. You're gonna get a cat cam. She's like, mother, no. Mother, don't. Boop. Anyways, back to this mofo. They glance over at Ezra, watching as he breaks off a few sprigs from a neatly wrapped bundle of herbs and pops them into a glass vial. Their foot taps impatiently on the floor, an exasperated scoff falling from their lips as they turn to look at me once again, eyes rolling. So, tell me, are you ready to partake in one of the most baffling missions I've come across? Yeah, bring it, bitch. Of course, I'm looking forward to working with you. They quirk a perfectly sculpted brow, their lips pursed in contemplation.
I don't suffer fools, and I certainly don't tolerate tardiness. If you're capable, we'll get along just fine.
Yes, it's General Daddy. I have to have a counter on my Lego stream so the number of times I've had to yeet my cat from the desk. Oh my god, that I can listen in the middle of Lego. Yeah, no, that is always. Because I don't know, I feel like if I started doing Lego with my cat around, I have Lego sets that I just haven't broken into because I'm like, I don't know what she's good. Actually, no, I have built one piece, like one thing of Lego at one point with her around, and she was the worst about it. So yeah, no, that's fair. That's absolutely fair. Cause like, and sorry if you've noticed me playing, I have a new tattoo and it is itchy as fuck. We finally have hit that stage. I don't know how easy it is to show, but it's there and on my arm and very fucking itchy. I find my potato cat likes to get involved with my complex. Yeah, that's fair. She especially likes to sit on real great cats. That's fair. Cats. Oh yeah, no, it turned out brilliant. I'm very happy with new tattoo. We were just very much in the itchy phase. However, I tend to scratch like around it. So that way I still feel like I'm sort of relieving the itch, but not actually damaging myself. But it's getting all peely. It's healing great. We're doing great in that respect, but yeah, no. But it's nice, because now my arms finally feel a little bit more balanced. With respect to my arm tattoos. Anyways, and also this arm finally has more color. This arm has a ton of color. Like most of my tattoos here are colored, whereas this one only had a bit of blue. So now it actually has a bunch more. So it's good. Their unrelenting gaze burns into my own, and I swallow thickly, offering them as genuine a smile as I can muster under such scrutiny. I think everything will work out. This won't be as effective, but it'll do the job for now. As August eagerly reaches for the vial clutched in Ezra's palm, the witch pulls away and then fixes them with a worried gaze.
Please stop doing this to yourself. They're pushing you too far and you know it. You're better than this.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I really love Ezra. Now we both know that's not true. Ezra surrenders the vial, the viscous violet liquid glowing dully as August takes it with a trembling hand. Ezra squeezes August's fingers before pulling away. He looks impossibly sad. There's always a choice, remember that. Is this drugs? Are we doing drugs? Are we giving drugs to General Daddy? That's unfortunate. August seems to lost for words and manages to maintain their carefully crafted annoyance. Actually, they may not be Daddy, because we keep using they, so they may be General Parent. We'll find a good one. Or we just call him the General. We're also good with that. They reach the door with yet another roll of their eyes, pausing briefly to catch my gaze.
I'll see you tomorrow. Don't be late.
Okay, sir. I mean, General. I mean, whatever I want to call you. Whatever you want to be called. We stand outside the shop, the sky bright, but the town somehow feeling inherently gloomy. I still want those lanterns, I'm not gonna lie.
If you ever need anything, you know where to find me. Please don't hesitate to stop by.
Before I call them General, I'm gonna need to know how much they can save me on car insurance. Oh, man. Okay, Ezra, what if I just, want your company? Because I quite like you so far. You don't get rid of me if you say that. Oh, I wouldn't mind. His smile softens, and I feel incredibly grateful that I stumbled across him. I mean it, though. Anytime, and be careful. General Tommy, yes. Perfect. Thank you, Ezra. I bid him farewell, reluctantly leaving the warmth and safety of the shop behind to follow the rickety old street signs that point me towards the tavern, the place I'll be calling home for the foreseeable future. Was anybody expecting me at the tavern last night? Because should I have not, like, called? Can I call? I don't know. Could I have sent a pigeon? Is that how this works? Tavern is bustling and filled to the brim with red-faced patrons. How early is it? The table's littered with empty tankards. It's only 9:30 in the morning. But clearly this town likes to drown their sorrows even if the sun has barely risen. Listen, I know it's 5 o'clock somewhere, but even I have limits. My God, I still won't get a mimosa until at least like 10:30 if it's a bad time. I don't know. If that's the kind of day we're having. I do miss mimosas. I guess it's breakfast beers. Yeah. I mean, kudos. That is one way to start off your day, but also, hear me out. Kind of getting worried for y'all as an entire group now. Bloody Mary bar, there we go. Actually, Irish coffee bar. That would be good. That would be, like, that's how I would do it, is then you go Irish coffee, because at least you're getting the caffeine to help. But, push my way to the bar, and a scowling barmaid rolls her eyes at me as I politely raise my hand to get her attention. What? I have a room here. Could I check in, please? She promptly rolls her eyes again and ducks beneath the bar, reappearing within a few seconds, looking even more pissed off. The room isn't ready until 2. You'll have to get a drink or make yourself scarce. Mustered a polite, albeit forced smile, turning to find a table, but... Hi! Hello, gorgeous. How are you doing? One of the places where I used to live did a Bloody Mary and mimosa bar for Sunday brunch. Love that. Love that so much. I miss mimosas. Maybe I'll do mimosas sometime soon. I haven't done that in a minute. And for, like, no real reason, just so I can have a mimosa. They're just yummy. We need to do more bartending stuff. I haven't done any fun bartending shenanigans in a minute. Maybe we'll do that sometime this weekend. I don't know. Find myself face to face with a striking, scowling woman who appears to be blocking me entirely on purpose. I don't care. You can block me all day, babe.
So this is the famous hunter that's taking my place then?
Oh, okay.
You don't look like anything special to me. Come to gloat, have you? Rub it in my face.
Nope, not in the slightest, ma'am. Not a huge champagne person. Tequila sunrises, but fair. Tequila sunrises are also good. I love sparkling, but I love carbonated drinks, so that lends itself well to that. But no, that's fair. It's not for everybody. Again, Irish coffee. Irish coffee is great. Apparently the fact that I think I'm taking over for them, as someone who goes out for brunch a ton, I haven't got a mimosa in years in public. Yeah, right? In public? At this time in the morning? It's that kind of tavern, let me tell you, folks, if they're already drinking. Yeah, I did brunch last weekend. But I haven't done, like, fancy brunch in a hot minute, if that makes sense. And fancy brunch is normally where I do mimosas. But, oh, that's so cute. Do they get mimosas? Does your partner get mimosas? Nice to meet you. It's nice to meet you. She looks taken aback, clearly not expecting me to be polite, and she quickly straightens up, her features softening, kind of. I know exactly who you are.
I'm Piper. Piper Merriman.
Kinda love that. Kinda into this. Shit. Okay, we're just dating everybody in this game, I think is the plan. Except for Grumpy Gus. Oh, that's what we're calling them, Grumpy Gus. I'm the former general. I was leading this investigation until you came along. She gets bowls of coffee now, that's enough. Wait, I'm sorry, like literal bowls of coffee? I had no idea. I just go where I'm ordered. You of all people must know we don't have much of a choice. Her gaze drops to her hands and she picks at a non-existent piece of lint off her trousers. Yes, well, I do know that, I suppose. Coffee, like tea, is a broth. You're not wrong. It's soup. It's like soup. It's just bean soup as opposed to leaf soup. So I've really been called here to take Piper Merriman's place. She's a legend, having racked up more kills than some of the most seasoned hunters, and all at the tender age of 24. Listen, I would live for a bowl of coffee. I'm good with that. They have bowls of the pumpkin spice. That's amazing. That's delightful. That makes me very happy. I feel terrible. I wasn't told I would be replacing anyone, and her being upset suddenly feels pretty justified. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's tender about 24. Except for I'm too old for her, and I'm not sure I can date her anymore. Again, my own limitations come into play. I would rather my headcanon, okay? I'd be devastated if I was demoted too. We worked so hard and put our lives on the line, all while the majority of the enforcers sit safely behind their desks. It is bean soup. Good. I'm glad you agree. Holding our fate in hands that aren't stained with blood while our fingers drip with it. Piper makes a vague gesture at the barmaid, and she's swiftly handed a glass of warm amber liquid that she delicately cradles in her palm. Apple cider? She steps closer with narrowed eyes, surveying me in a way that almost reminds me of August. Pretty sure I won't be getting Employee of the Month anytime soon. Could always work together. I'm getting the feeling I'll need the help. And I'm sorry, truly. I can't imagine how frustrating this must be for you. She continues to look annoyed, but I can tell a more vulnerable emotion lingers beneath this seemingly rock-hard exterior. She swirls the rum around, watching the gentle slosh of it as it coats the sides of the glass.
Yes, well, that's what I get for being utterly shit at my job, isn't it?
Are you, though? I feel like you're not. She scoffs a laugh, but the smile that curls at her ruby lips doesn't reach her eyes. Anyway, I'm sure I'll see you in the field. Not totally useless, apparently.
They just have me doing the awful jobs. The stuff that doesn't actually matter. What a waste of a perfectly amazing hunter.
Couldn't agree more. Enforcers, just a bunch of pencil-pushing wankers. I stay silent, sensing that she might need someone to vent to. I've been there. Our job can be hard, and not just on our bodies.
Anyway, I can see I'm boring you. I'll just be over there, continuing to drown my sorrows until Willenheim summons me.
Such an asshole. I half a laugh, covering my mouth with my hand in a poor attempt to stifle the noise, but she seems briefly amused by my reaction. She offers me a thoughtful glance and sighs loudly. I think she's a murder hobo.
Don't take any shit from them, okay?
Yeah, okay. August is confirmed a non-beanie, and we love that. We stand. They are general non-beanie from here on forth.
Come and see me if they bother you. I'm not afraid to stick my boot up their backside. Again.
Okay, she sounds a little like me, where it's just like, you know what, we're gonna be a shit disturber, and it's gonna be fine. Anyway, I'll see you around. Are you taking the rum with you? Because I'm very curious if you would. She doesn't wait for me to respond, and with a flick of long chestnut hair, she's gone. With the rum? Did she take the rum with her? Very curious now. Spot her disappearing into the heavy crowd that's mulling about in the center of the tavern, a crowd that's apparently pretty pissed off about something I decide to investigate. Might as well get stuck right in. What could possibly go wrong? Everything. Everything could go wrong. Probably will go wrong. Let's go. I push my way into the crowd, and what I find both baffles and amuses me. A lichen, a hybrid lichen, sat smack bang in the middle of the tavern, arms folded across his chest. He has a smirk plastered across his scarred lips, his wolf ears twitching dismissively as the townsfolk hoot and holler at him. The lichen doesn't seem to care and grabs his drink, taking a deep swig. What the fuck is happening? First impression is that he's perfectly harmless, even if his cockiness is almost a palpable aura. I take a step closer, however, and I see the scars he bears. Everybody's scarred here, we get it. A seasoned scrapper then, not shy in the least and eager to stir up the ire of the authorities or other creatures, apparently. He spots me, that his scarlet eyes flashing, and then he's kicking out the chair in front of him and gesturing for me to sit down. Cool. Dope, you are the most inviting person I have met here so far. Either he's bold or he's got something to prove, and I find myself being watched by the eyes of every tavern goer. They're all waiting to see if I'm going to oblige the object of their disdain. The tavern falls deathly silent as I take a seat. The cloud slowly begins to disperse. Really? Are they just being a bunch of bullies? Y'all, let this man have a fucking drink in peace. Though their eyes stay firmly fixed upon both myself and the lichen as they return to their respective seats.
They're lucky I kept my cool. Wouldn't you say, Hunter?
And yet again, another exceptionally deep V. What the fuck? wouldn't want to piss you off. They are, incredibly so. They obviously haven't seen a lichen in their true form, have they? And then you look an awful lot like a halfling. And they're a werewolf. Yeah. I would pointedly look at his human ears. I love it. He's got the human ears, but he's got 2 sets of ears. I'm sorry, does he have 2 sets of ears, or is that just me, or is that his hair? I have questions. I have a lot of questions. That is pretty much this entire game so far, is I just have questions. He smirks, apparently highly...
Oh, I'm sure they've seen 1 or 2 around these parts. They're just stupid.
I grin, finding myself shamelessly liking him already. I see. How about you tell me your name and why you apparently have a death wish hanging around you in a tavern full of humans who quite clearly aren't too fond of, I guess, non-humans? How would that change how you... yeah, that's what I'm wondering. Is it just... I don't know. I have so many questions. Namely, how the fuck does this work? He bristles, his tail wrapping around the leg of his chair as he places his now empty tankard upon the table. The noise draws a gasp from nearly every single patron, and I glance over at Piper, who sits in the corner, either oblivious or uncaring.
It's Alcar, and I don't have a death wish. Not today, anyway.
Okay, kinda love the eyes, though. Only today? He smiles, folding his arms back across his chest.
You don't need to concern yourself with me, Hunter. I stay far away from your kind. From everyone. Mostly.
Oh.
I do enjoy coming here to rile this lot up, though.
Okay. You're a shit disturber guy.
Unless they come looking for me, of course.
Well, then that's their own problem if they do that. He glances over his shoulder, catching Piper's gaze. That's why I'm in this crowded bar. I hate people, right? Sir, I feel like you don't understand the point of bars, but okay. She flips him off and he turns back around to face me, his shoulders shaking with his laughter. He seems pleasantly amused by this.
I'm sure you'll grow to despise me in time. Just like every other idiot in this hopeless town.
I feel oddly comforted by that fact. He stands and all the patrons stiffen. It's so quiet you could hear a pin drop, but Alcar merely rolls his pretty eyes and flashes me a sharp grin. He leans over me close enough that I can smell the earthy, distinct petrichor scent of him.
If my advice is worth anything to you, then trust me when I say to trust no one.
Yeah, pretty much the plan so far, honey. I feel like that's just good advice in general. So, he stares me down. Even you.
Especially me. Goodbye, Hunter.
Farewell. I watch him leave, feeling everyone's gaze still fixed upon me. I compose myself and offer them a smile as genuine as I can muster after such an odd encounter. I glance at the clock and it's only 10:30. I have some time to kill. Adventure! Let's go wander. They might like you better if they don't call them idiots. Yeah, probably. This town is small, very small, and it takes me less than an hour to walk from end to end. On my travels, I find myself drawn to the cemetery, and the scent of blood is thick here. Okay. That would be because this is the site of the last murder. I come across a patch of scorched grass. The earth around it is trampled by the boots of enforcers and hunters alike. The remnants of crumbled gravestone are littered around the perfect black outline of a body, and I take a deep breath, crouching down to skim my fingers along the edges. I close my eyes and try to picture what happened to them, but it's hard to truly see with knowing how stark the darkness is here. It's a blur, mere memory, but I feel terror. They're so scared, utterly alone in their final moments. But something sticks out to me over all that fear. I'm sorry, I love you. The words hit me hard, my chest aching, and I feel an intense longing. I feel love. The powerful, unconditional kind that snatches the air from your lungs. I take a deep breath and force myself to stand, trying to shake the feeling. I'll find out who killed you. I'm startled by the sudden sound of heavy footsteps, my hand hovering over my weapon. I look around frantically, on guard and ready, when then a striking figure appears. Yay! Who now? Who is it this time? Oh. Okay. Interesting. He's clad in fine clothing, his long hair tied in a neat ponytail. No, I guess that is a ponytail right now. The crown on his head adorned with delicate jewelry. I should be unsettled, the pointed teeth and sharp claws indicating he's definitely not human, but he's smiling? Then the flicker of a spade-tipped tail tells me all I need to know. I'm staring at a glamour demon. Though I'm finding it hard to be alarmed by his presence, which seems to be a theme here in Lunaris. His eyes are a warm chestnut brown, and they sparkle in the dappled sunlight as he gazes at me in wonder.
Hello, Hunter. I've been looking forward to meeting you.
Please don't tell me you've been looking for me. You have. You've been expecting me. Why are all the V's so deep? Sorry. I've got questions about whoever's in charge of wardrobe for this village. How did you manage this?
Well, people talk and I listen. And they've done a lot of talking about you. I hope I didn't scare you.
It is regularly anytime I find out somebody's been talking to me, I'm like, what? No. I don't exist. Stop that. That's how the conversation in my head goes. I'm like, no, stop it. I'm not real. I'm just a figment of your imagination, okay? Sorry for anybody who thought that they were watching a real human even stream right now. No, this is just an illusion right now. Well, he's certainly not like any other demon I've encountered. The not trying to kill me part helps. It's okay.
You're sure? I've gotten used to startling people.
You're good. I promise you that I've seen scarier. Oh, I'm certain you have. His aura is calm, if not a little skittish, and I decide he's probably more scared of me than I am of him. He's still hard to read, though, and that's frustrating, but not necessarily alarming. This village in Florida somewhere? Yeah, otherwise, where are the Henleys and sweaters? It's 40. Yeah. Yeah, this village has to be somewhere that is perpetually warm AF, because what the hell is this? Also, because, like, the trees don't have any leaves on them if you look at that, so which means we're definitely in, like, autumn/winter vibes. So, again, I have questions. It is also getting particularly chill here. I don't know what 40 is in Celsius, but I'm assuming it's close to, like, the single digits like we've been experiencing. The demon exhales sharply, apparently relieved that I'm making conversation rather than drawing my weapon.
It's Omen.
I like that as a name. You've got to be kidding me. Kind of Omen. I feel a smile curling at the corner of my lips. We're gonna be that asshole. Yeah, okay, so that's pretty much what it's been here lately. Maybe a little bit warmer than that, but not by much. Are you a good omen or a bad one? His lashes flicker, and I quickly realize he may not be versed in bad jokes. What? Oh, don't worry. It's nice to meet you, Omen. I'm Parker. So how's your first day in Lunaris been? I have a quiet laugh and yet again perplexed by the wonderfully weird inhabitants of this town. He's certainly the most polite demon I've ever met. That's the best part. There's apparently a ton of trouble. However, all the things that you would think are trouble are definitely not trouble. This isn't fine. I'm just a little overwhelmed. It's a strange town, isn't it? Omen laughs to sound musical and almost infectious, causing my own smile to widen.
You're being polite. It's more than strange. It's a mess. A mess I and many others hope you can fix.
You don't say. I grimace, my gaze drifting back down to the place where the last murder victim lay. Has nobody taken care of his body yet? It is like 11 o'clock the next day, at nearly noon. I can do this. I can solve these murders. Oh, good. We are already in the phase of needing to pep talk ourselves up. Shit. So, absolutely no pressure then. Omen shrugs playfully.
No pressure at all. Welcome to Lunaris.
Well, this is a hell of a welcome, friends. We are in trouble. I make it to the enforcement headquarters with time to spare after August's thinly veiled threat about tardiness yesterday. I thought that was this morning. I'm pretty sure that was literally this morning. Unless this is literally the next day now. Oh no, okay. It's the next day. No one secured the scene. I would have wondered. Yeah, no, right? I have questions about how the enforcement of this town is working. I had a terrible night's sleep on scratchy sheets, and I couldn't possibly feel less ready to face my less than friendly superior. Raise my fist to knock on the door, but then the muffled conversation that I hear coming from inside has me hesitating. It sounds heated, and I glance at the clock on the wall behind me to check the time. I have 1 minute before I'm sure General Willenheim will admonish me for being late. So, I take a deep breath and I knock. Voices stop. Suddenly, I hear a clack of heels, and then... Hi! Yes? Oh, it's you. Don't sound so disappointed. I quickly glance
Well,
at the
you're
clock.
on time at least. Congratulations. I know it's terribly cozy out there, but please come in.
I nod politely and quickly step into the enforcer's office. It's beautifully decorated and with neatly arranged bookcases lining the walls that are laden with a collection of trinkets and tomes that possibly rivals Ezra's. There's a huge desk in the middle that overflows with reports and letters, and a half-empty inkpot and elegant sapphire quill poised and ready. Yeah, it's me, the person that I thought you would be fucking expecting at this point? No? Also, you a fancy non-beanie. The fanciest. Fancy little MB over there. Then, as if I'm expecting a rather vivid case of deja vu, Piper! Hey babe, how's it going? Piper appears before me looking decidedly less impressed than she did when in the tavern yesterday.
Hunter.
Yep, sup? Nice to see you again. Hello, Piper. It's nice to see you. She stares at me. Her eyes narrow and her gaze flickers to August, who stands quietly just behind me. Their hands are clasped behind their back, a dark eyebrow quirked almost expectantly. Piper frowns at them, her nose crinkling before she swiftly turns her attention back to me. Yes, you too. I offer her a smile, but the one she offers in return doesn't quite meet her eyes. I appreciate the effort nonetheless. So, you two have met already? In the tavern again, were you, Piper? August heavily sighs when we both fail to respond, and Piper manages to look anywhere but her superior. Anyway, they run their hands along the edge of their desk, inspecting their perfectly dust-free fingertip as Piper huffs in their general
I
direction.
know you have very important business to attend to, but I'm not finished with you yet, Willenheim.
Is that so?
I've given you your mission, you've complained about it loudly. So, pray tell, Major, what else could there possibly be?
Piper flinches, and I see her demeanor shift, her admirable determination withering and dying as that word rolls off August's tongue, a harsh reminder of her demotion, one that clearly stings. I wonder if I'll ever get the chance to ask her about it, to finally know exactly what she did that warranted her being made such an example of.
Nice, August. Really nice.
You could quite literally cut the tension here with a dull bladed dagger. It's not awkward at all. Nope, not in the slightest. We, have a meeting, General? August sighs, glancing at Piper almost guiltily, but the sorry expression fades the second she meets their gaze. All I'm sensing is there's just complicated relationships between everybody. Yes, we do. Is that everything for today, Merriman? Is it I wasn't asked. They take a deep breath, pinching the bridge of their nose between their forefinger and thumb. You're dismissed for today, Merriman. We stare each other down. I wonder how the hell they ever managed to become one of the most successful elimination teams in all of Escria. I've heard of countless weird and wonderful stories of their partnership, of Piper's unparalleled strength and August's unmatched intelligence. But here, now, all I see is a dispirited hunter and an impossibly tired enforcer. Harry's on his way. I suggest you depart quickly.
Shit.
She blanches at that. I can almost see her admitting defeat. Her shoulders relax and the furrow in her brow fades.
Fine. I'll go and look for your possibly a small chimera, but probably a big fucking cat.
Oh, she's on that kind of duty.
One day
Oh, shit.
you'll have to stop punishing me, you know.
Piper grabs a set of expensive-looking daggers from the chair in front of the desk, strapping them to her back with haste. She pauses in front of me, and those dark eyes soften as she meets my gaze.
See you around, Hunter. Enjoy your important meeting, and remember what I said. Foot. Ass.
Good times. She chances another glance at August and suddenly becomes very interested in studying their perfectly manicured nails. Is it punishing or trying to... Alex, that's a great question. That is an excellent question. I'm not sure. What if? The two of them... Yeah, no, actually, who knows? Twat. See how it is. And with that, she turns on her heel and slams the door so hard it shakes in its frame. August walks around the back of their desk, practically falling into the well-used leather chair. I scan the piles upon piles of paperwork that litter the surface, taking in the countless reports and letters, scribbled diagrams, and gruesome drawings. I get the impression that August is in over their head. The disorder of all this information makes my fingers twitch. They watch me carefully, stifling a yawn with a trembling hand. I know, trust me, I know. As much as I hate to admit it, we've got nothing. As of right now, I suspect everyone in this town, as should you. Though I may not really know them just yet, I sense that this kind of vulnerability I'm seeing is rare. August doesn't strike me as the type to admit defeat so easily, and something more serious than the usual stress of the job seems to be lingering under the surface. After what I witnessed back in Ezra's shop, I can't help but wonder what they were like before all of this. The way the young witch looked at them. It was a pity. It was pity. Ezra pitied August. August huffs a quiet laugh and relaxes in their chair, and for the first time since we met, they seem to let their guard down.
I don't know why Harry decided you were the right person for this job above all others, but I trust him implicitly. So, whatever plan he has for you, we had better make it work.
They pause, staring me down with those ice blue eyes. Now, are you ready to begin? Yes, let's start. Feel impatient and restless and practically crawling out of my skin as I sit in the chair. Surely I should be out there already talking and gathering evidence. What's the first step? August flicks through a document covered in an elegant looping script, barely glancing up at me when they speak. Next. You meet Harry. Harry tells us both what to do and we do it. They chuck the papers aside, watching as they slide across the desk to join the rest of the jumbled reports. I stare them down, perplexed. They really have nothing for me. No brief before I meet the most important man in Escria. That's it? August shrugs and nods. That's it. I suspect Harry will be looking to take full advantage of your fresh, unbiased eyes. Everyone here is too close to this. A stranger is exactly what we need right now.
Look, I don't know how you're used to doing things, but throw all of that out the window. Everything changes. Here. Now.
Okay. I hear footsteps in the hallway, and August quickly rises to their feet. They straighten their clothing and tie their sash a little tighter. I follow their lead and move to stand by their side, my heart hammering triple time in my chest as those footsteps draw nearer. There's a distinct clang of metal, of armor and heavy boots, and the door swings open and an imposing figure enters the room. His gaze flickers between myself and August, his impression stern and almost emotionless. I've heard many tales about Harold Addington III. Harold, oh fucking Harold. As he stands before me, I feel a certain sense of pride that he would choose to summon me. No, fuck that. No, fuck this guy. It's him. He's actually the one behind everything. I've decided this now. He's adorned in the standard enforcer colors of black and gold, but his outfit is far more regal than any other higher-ranking officers I've seen. A wide smile breaks across his scarred lips, and he pulls August into a tight embrace. A deep, comforting chuckle rumbling in his chest.
Old friend, how the devil are you? It's been a while. Too long, I say.
Interesting. He pulls away, still firmly holding on to August's shoulders. You look exhausted. Have you not been sleeping? August offers him a wry smile as Harry drops his hands. I'm trying to sleep. Does that count? Listen, I hope that counts. That's pretty much me at all points. Harry throws them a look, but stern, something stern, edged with a certain fondness, one that a father might give to their child.
Look after yourself, Augustus.
August nods once, still smiling as Harry turns to stand before me.
Hunter, it's such a pleasure to meet you. I can finally put a face to all those impressive reports I've read.
Oh yeah? What do they say about me? What are people saying about me? He offers me his hand and I eagerly take it. It's a pleasure to meet you, Lieutenant General Addington, sir. He smiles warmly. Oh, excuse me. Keeping his grip on my hand, his other holding my forearm.
Harry is fine. None of that formal nonsense. If we're going to be working together for the foreseeable future, we might as well get familiar, wouldn't you agree?
I mean, sure. Harry, I am getting very suspicious of you. Of course, Harry. He laughs and I feel incredibly relaxed in his presence. Now let's get to business, shall we? August hands him a standard issue file sealed with wax, bearing the Scarlet Enforcer emblem. They watch me carefully as Harry breaks the seal, a heavy sigh falling from his lips as he quickly scans the report. He closes his eyes, handing the papers back to August before he returns his back to both of us. A silent moment passes and Harry rounds his shoulders, clicking his neck before he faces us.
You know, I've worked for the Enforcers for nearly 30 years, and I've never felt quite so useless. We've lost some of our best, our brightest, kindest.
Harry pauses, the waver in his voice evident as he composes himself.
I am truly at a loss, and I'm finding it hard to remove my emotions from the equation when it's my own people being needlessly slaughtered.
August averts their gaze, stealing a quick glance at me, seemingly sussing my reaction, but also giving Harry a moment of privacy.
Nothing can bring them back, but we can bring those responsible to justice.
Not wrong. Suddenly it hits me. Alex! Alex! I think you were right on the mark, Alex! I think you were right on the goddamn mark! The victims were hunters, weren't they?
Yes, they were hunters, just like you.
That's why they pulled Piper. Possibly because she was getting too close to something, therefore too much in danger. Harry huffs a quiet laugh, clearing his throat.
I know we're putting a great deal of responsibility on your shoulders, but I have never-ending faith that you're the one who can help end this madness. Do you have any questions?
Yes, a lot. Why does everybody have deep V's in their wardrobe here, except for you? That is actually oddly suspicious. I am more... You are sus, sir. Where is your deep V? Also, what is wrong with your body cleanup crew? Apparently they're slacking. I think it's rude. Other than the timing of the murders, are there any other patterns I should be aware of? Harry's mouth twists into a grimace and shakes his head. I hope you don't think ill of me, but I'd rather not tell you at this point. He and August share a look, and August seems perplexed by this statement. Harry. Harry places a hand upon August's shoulder, a reassuring touch, a smile, and then he's looking back at me. Please, just trust me, both of you. I don't actually trust you. You don't have a deep V. How am I supposed to trust you if I can't see your chest? That sounds very weird. Parker, why? Parker, why? Why are you like this? Why you gotta be like this? But I'm also very curious why everybody else's shirts are so deep. I want you to go out there and see things with your own eyes. Utilize your abilities and we can discuss what we've already discovered. I've already found the body. Y'all haven't cleaned it up. It's a complex case with many intricacies, but I think it's important that you don't let our opinions cloud your judgment. As terrifying and as baffling as this may seem, I can see where he's coming from. I don't want to be influenced by an investigation that's so obviously failing. Oh good, I do get to ask about the victims. How many victims do we have so far? August looks at Harry for guidance, and Harry nods his permission.
4, but we anticipate more. The victim has shown up every 7 days for the past month.
That's oddly regular. Got a weekly cycle going. Also, I'm sorry, anticipate more in the future or anticipate finding more bodies that we just didn't realize?
With the most recent being 6 days ago, which is when I called for you. Enough is enough.
And that's why it's so sudden, because they wanted Piper to be replaced before she became a victim. Alex, yeah, you were bang on the money.
We're due a body, if our calculations are correct.
Is it the one I found outside already? I found it yesterday. I really hope you've cleaned it up since then. Actually, what about that body? The timing now feels off. I feel like I found a loophole. Harry clears his throat, twists the gold band.
I'd like you to concentrate on the latest victim for now. Male, 46 years of age, a general. He was one of our best. We owe him this.
Oh, so when Piper talked about the whole, like, the last general, because she was referring to somebody that was in August, that's what I think was happening. Anyways, eek. I take a deep breath before I ask my next question, feeling immensely guilty before it even falls from my lips. Were all of them burned? I saw the ash in the charred ground. Each body has been burned very badly, yes, the point where we cannot determine what wounds they sustained beforehand. Yankees. Not even with magic? He shakes his head, exchanging a look with August, one I can't quite place. There is so much subtext in this game between everybody's giving each other knowing glances. So, where would you like me to start? I almost expect them to tell me to figure it out myself, but then Harry surprises me. Well, the most obvious of places would be the Albeck. Oh, pardon?
A curious pair are the Woodridge twins. They've taken up residence in the old church in the middle of town. I'm sure you've seen it.
Yeah. Is not where the other body was? It's all right, big, imposing, and very obviously dilapidated. Yeah, I did notice it. It was quite hard to miss, but I assumed it was empty with it being in such a state of disrepair. We could only dream that it becomes vacant, unfortunately. August clenches their fist, the faintest flicker of magic shimmering in their palm.
They're a plague upon this town, spouting their drivel and preaching to the dumb and ignorant. They're idiots.
Oh, good. Oh, this will go really well. Augustus. August, I'm really sorry, friend. Between calling you Augustus, Gus, Grumpy Gus, you are going to be the character with about 12 million nicknames. They have Republicans. Yeah, pretty much, right? They have our conservatives there? Wow, that's unfortunate.
Right. Sorry. And I'm not fond of them, if you couldn't already tell.
No, not at all. Not biased. No bias there. Harry and I share a glance, and he smiles warmly, winking at me.
Oh, I think we got the picture. Now, as I said, I suggest you start with them. Just see what you make of them. You might need to play along with the woman. She tends to favor playing games. Anything to baffle you.
Have they already been questioned? Are they dangerous? Are they human? It's a really good question. Harry shrugs, and August's annoyance with him being so unbothered is obvious.
Yes, they're human, and yes, they've been questioned. Hunter Merriman saw to that, but she and the woman have a rather tumultuous relationship.
Enemies to lovers to enemies again? Their alibi is solid. They have a guard, a human who's connected to Clan Casimir. She has no reason to support the Ibeck, A-I-B-E-K. Other than just doing her job, I'd still be interested to hear what you think of her, though.
So, in theory, they're harmless, but they do have the people's ear for some bizarre reason.
Maybe they're better than you. Maybe they're onto something. Maybe they're not Republicans or conservatives. Maybe they're actually the people you should be looking at and listening to. Because you are sus! I'm still... Listen, I am apparently immediately already on Harry is sus.
They prey on fear, and the town is infected with that right now. Be cautious of them. They certainly won't take kindly to you.
Oh, we'll see about that. I'm pretty charming when I want to be. I can charm most people. We'll see about this. But no, I think the fact that he is so... Hey, Chuck, how's it going? Because he's so prolific and well spoken of, I don't trust him. Anyways.
Oh, I think the General can handle them just fine. Have some faith, August.
Back to break. Thanks, H-Dog. Good luck with work. Have a good close. August waves their hand dismissively, wandering over to a filing cabinet that's nestled in the far corner whilst muttering something under their breath. A warm hand touches my arm. I don't trust you. How is it warm when you're wearing what looks like metal? That must be freezing to me. I trust you, Parker.
Now, once you've spoken to them, I suggest just going where your gut tells you. There are plenty of other Lunarians for you to get to know, so just take today to really find your feet.
Ah! Thank you for the raid, Happy Capster. Also, hello! Caffeine Nation brought the beans. Thank you for the raid. Hi, friends. Hello. Oh, and thank you for the follow, 07s. Hi, everybody. Welcome. So many excited beans. Oh, my God. I love it. Daddy Capster, thank you for the follow. Hi. Welcome. Come in, check in, get cozy. We're playing... I don't remember what this is. I keep calling it Halloween Smut. I'm sorry. What is this game even called again? When the Night Comes. That took me a second. We are playing When the Night Comes. Thank you, Alex, for catching that, okay? Halloween smut. Listen, there's a lot of deep V-necks in this game so far. Thank you for redeeming the hydrate. It is necessary on this Thirsty Thursday. But hello, how are you, friends? How's it going? How are we? How is your stream, Happy Capster? How is it? How has it been? What were you up to? I have not set up my many things well enough to be able to automate that stuff, those shenanigans still. I will get there. I am but we. But how is it? How are things? Sorry, I asked like 20 million questions. Most of it is, how are people? It is a Thirsty Thursday. Oh, yes! Sorry, I love Persona 5. Love Persona. I started playing Royal a while back. Not on stream, just like personally. But like, listen. Yeah, you've got a few hours. Oh my god. It is. Persona 5 period, I think, still took me over 100, like nearly 100 hours. It's a lot. It's a lot in that game. But also, it can also be very thirsty. I love that for you. That's so good. Persona 5 is so good. It's one of my favorite games. That's amazing. I have seen that you've been playing that, and I've been like wanting to check it out, and I need to, because I'm like, where are you in the game? Because it's always, I don't know, it's just good. It's just such a good game. I love it. But also, yes, it is, there are some vaguely dating simmy type things, and it is delightful. I'm more than happy to tell you. So, okay, so when the night comes, I joked that this was like Halloween smut. So I think this is a dating sim. It is tagged as a bunch of things. But basically, I am what we call a hunter. I have been asked to the town of Lunaris to deal with a particularly dangerous issue they seem to have. All I've been able to find out in the hour and 40 minutes I have been playing this is that, one, everybody except for this man seems to own a very deep V-neck, which makes me very sus of this man, although he's in charge, and I think that's even more sus. But there are murders happening on a weekly basis. All of them are hunters. The hunters are responsible for killing, I guess, monsters? I have met a werewolf, a vampire, a witch, a glamour demon. I've met a lot of creatures so far. All of them really hot and all of them having V-necks. Deep V-shirts, rather. So that is the extent of this game. I'm here to figure out what's going wrong. So I guess it's murder mystery smut. It's also little smut. Because the vampire used their wiles on me. It was very, very mean. Pretty sure this is pretty gay. Pretty sure this is pretty... There might be some crime. Murder, mystery, super sexy times. Yeah, pretty much. That's what we're expecting here. That's what we're feeling. So, we still do not completely know what's going on. We've just been going through the let's go meet all the townsfolk part of the game. Because we're still brand new to this. We just started it today. So, right at the beginning of the story, friends. It is a time, let me tell you. I have a lot of questions about this place, too. Also, it seems to be that all of the murders happen at night. So, there's a lot of talk, like, when I arrived in town, it was very, also the aesthetic of this place is, like, super cute. I'm really hoping we get to see more of the town. But, like, we arrived at nightfall, and I immediately had to, like, go into a shop to, like, because, like, danger was afoot. My spidey senses were tingling, apparently, and I don't know. So now this is General Harry. General Harry? General Lieutenant Harry? I'm not good at this stuff. This is Harry. Harry's trying to tell us what to do and giving us a suggestion to go talk to some lady who's probably going to hate me. But I would like to see her try. I can be very charming at certain points, I think. We're going to find out the fun way. Yeah, so that's kind of where we're at. Not
I must
very
meet
far.
with August and some of the other generals now, but please report back to us in the morning. Unless you find any damning evidence, of course, in which case, report back immediately.
Okay, sir. I don't trust him. There's something about him I just do not trust. I nod, glancing over at my superior, who has taken it upon themselves to dive headfirst into yet another pile of paperwork. Trust no one, right?
Not a bloody soul. Suspect everyone. Question everything.
Gonna question you at some point. Really don't trust him. I close the door behind me, leaving August and Harry with their discussion. Feel a bit overwhelmed, but I'm ready. Ready to finally start my investigation and to hopefully end all this chaos. Oh yeah, basically they put all the pressure on me because the last hunter, they're worried that she's gonna get killed next. So I'm coming in to replace her, hopefully not die. And then in addition to that, she feels bad because she's been demoted. And also, what was the other piece of this? Oh, she's very grumpy with me, period. But also, you know, like no pressure whatsoever to solve this mystery. My life may or may not be on the line with that too. I take a deep breath and straighten my clothes, feeling ruffled from both that initial heated encounter and the brief but semi-informative conversation with the Lieutenant General. As I turn to leave, I spot Piper leaning against the wall. She looks stoic, her gaze fixed on the floor, but she perks up when she spots me approaching. The V in her shirt is not nearly as deep as the other ones are. I will give her that. Yeah, hello and welcome to Piper. This is the Hunter. Yeah, right? Right? Hello. She is gorgeous. We love her. She also sounds like an absolute badass, and I'm here for it. She's fucking great. Anyways, see, hello and welcome to Parker Only. I play primarily, so welcome to my channel. I also primarily play dating sims. This is the normal occurrence. I don't play much other things. Actually, not at least on this channel. I know. It looks so heavy. Can I help you with that? Sarah, you're in the right place. I feel like, because this is me. This is my energy. This is the energy we go for here. That's what we support here. All right, Parker, can I call you that? Can't I? I can't call you that, can't I? She makes quiet, frustrated noise and closes her eyes. She shakes her head, exhaling sharply before she meets my gaze. Listen, I'm sorry you had to witness that exchange. I couldn't bring myself to leave without apologizing for my behavior, both today and in the tavern the other day. Wasn't that literally yesterday?
It's been a rough few weeks, and I often let my passion overrule any rational thoughts that I promise I am capable of having.
She has also got a very lovely voice. I'm quite a fan. I am a big fan. So this is the Hunter that they are of, like, they think that she's at risk of getting killed next. And I'd really like her not to die. I'd really like her to become my girlfriend. Rough few weeks. Can I carry your armor? Yeah, right? My queen, may I help you? May I? Please, let me assist you.
It's unbecoming of me.
Taken aback by the vulnerability of her words. This isn't the Piper I thought I'd have to become accustomed to. Piper, She raises her hand to halt my words, calloused fingers curling into a fist.
Please, just let me apologize, all right? Then we can pretend I never acted like a complete asshole, and you can go and do your job.
I love her. So, yeah, here you go. Nice full view here. She's gorgeous. She's gorgeous. She sticks out her hand, her daggers clanging noisily where they rest in the holster at her back.
The name's Piper Merriman.
Oh, we're doing a reintroduction. I love you, darling. She rolls her eyes, taking a deep breath before her next sentence.
Major Piper Merriman.
I don't understand titles. I just don't. I don't. Also, hello. Everybody who's joined, welcome. This is my Void. I know, she's very official. Major Mommy is really what it is. This is Nyx. Hi, sweets. B, what you doing? What you doing, little bug? Oh, hey, LA. How's it going? B, what you up to? She's like, Mom, causing problems. Jasper. Oh, I love that as a name. That's fantastic. This is Nyx. NYX. Like the Greek goddess. Oh, still trying to work? Oh, no. She's like, Mother, I hate this. Mother, don't do this to me. Hi, B. Yeah? Yeah? You didn't want to be on? You don't want to be on? She's like, no. No, Mom. I did not want to be on camera. So she's going to sit off camera, but where her tail is going to cause me trouble. Ma'am. 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 I'm going to get you a camera. Ma'am. Ma'am. Okay, anyways. I'm a cat. Major. She throws me a wicked grin and I can't help but laugh. Ah! Okay, y'all. This is a dating sim. The hearts confirm it. The pleasure is mine. I eagerly take her hand in my own and shake it firmly, my touch lingering a little longer than necessary as I cling to her warmth. Listen, this is where we're at. We're getting there already, friends. It's a pleasure, Hunter Merriman. I gather I'll be seeing you around, or I hope I will. A smirk hooks the corner of her mouth, our fingers brushing as they slowly part. And there's something curious shining in her striking gaze.
Well, the town is terribly small. It would be quite hard to avoid me.
Atta girl. I shrug nonchalant. I can think of far worse things than bumping into you. She narrows her eyes, shoving me playfully. The most subtle flash of color creeps across her freckled cheeks. She blushing. There's a little bit of blush there. There's some blush.
Oh, I don't know. I can be pretty scary if you ask nicely.
I'm sorry, what are you implying here? Mommy? Sorry, mommy? Whew. Before anybody calls me on it and tells me to hydrate. Already on it. We thirsty. It's a thirsty day. It's a thirsty Thursday. Nicely, you say? Mm-hmm. Her sapphire gaze sweeping over me like a caress.
Well, well. I think we're going to get along swimmingly.
Oh, okay, darling. She's quite an enigma, but I can feel my skin prickling under her heavy gaze. Certainly not an unwelcome feeling. She snorts. Oh my god, I'm in love. The sound wholly inelegant, but charming nonetheless. It's so funny. She narrows her gaze, shifting from one foot to the other as if she has excess energy to dispel. Oh, nothing much. I just didn't expect you to be quite so interesting, I suppose. I feign offense. Her answering laughs is magical. I'll just have to rid myself then, won't I? Right? I'm sure I can help you with this. I'm sure I can help you out. That you will. Piper glances at the clock before turning back to me with a roll of her eyes.
Ugh, I better get going. I have an inevitably worthless mission to get on with.
Sorry, babes.
People in this town are adept at mistaking common house cats for ghastly creatures. Must be something in the water.
Go adopt a kitten. I should go too. Yes, of course. Now off you go. Save Lunaris and all that. I'll see you around. Oh, I hope so. She turns on her heel and heads for the exit, pulling her chestnut hair up into a messy bun as she goes. I gather my wits, checking my supplies and weapons, adjusting my armor. It's time to begin. I still like these little lanterns. This place is really cute at night, let me tell you. It's a strangely beautiful day in Lunaris, regardless of the biting cold. The sky is clear, and the cobbled streets are abuzz with the smiling faces of townsfolk strolling to the local market with empty baskets and full pockets. There's certainly a different vibe to the last time I walked this street. No panic, no haste. It's so many lanterns. I love it. As I draw near to the center of town, I see that imposing white building. Scarlet flags sway in the wind on the roof, but as I look closer, I can see that they're tattered and dirtied. I'm hoping they're magic, and therefore it's not a huge amount of oil. Because there is a lot of magic stuff. Like, literally, there's a magic shop somewhere down the street. The twins may very well... Oh, yeah, we're going to go visit some twins, apparently. I have no idea. The twins may very well be human, but the way my stomach drops and twists as I approach the weathered wooden door tells me that I might be shocked by what I find inside. Ooh, that's pretty. I like the stained glass in the background. I push the heavy doors and the sight that I met with snatches the breath from my lungs. This place is huge. Its dome ceiling was seemingly once decorated with an intricate painting, but the layers have cracked and peeled over time, and nothing more than the remnants of what looks like a starry night sky cling to it. The furniture is caked with a thick layer of dust, and the pews are in disarray, and covered with strange etchings that look like they've been carved into the cheap wood with a blunt nail. There's a lot to take in, but I'm not here to scour this ruin for evidence. Not yet, anyway. I'm here to talk to its inhabitants, who apparently don't clean up around here. The dread that's now firmly seated in the pit of my stomach turns violently, but that's something old, something that lingers. I anticipate that I might find a lot more than I'm bargaining for if I truly desire it, but I need to focus. I need to find the Wolfridge twins. As if by magic, two pairs of startlingly bright, I don't know why I was about to say beautiful, but they apparently are beautiful. Eyes emerge from the shadows near the destroyed pulpit. Listen! Deep V's! Sir, I'm actually very surprised by the fact that you have a buttoned-up shirt. Very few people in this town seem to understand that concept. Yeah, right? Okay, listen. This is, okay. Welcome to what game we are playing, friends. This is what we wanted. Hello, Hunter. We were expecting you. To say that they're unusual would be an understatement, and they're not at all what I expected. We are gonna start slow. I offer a small friendly smile, however forced it may be. Word travels fast in Lunaris. I'm Hunter Wallace. She narrows her eyes at me, suspicious for the briefest of moments before she smiles unnervingly again. Despite her best effort at apparently trying to be cute, it's still terrifying. I'm Aurora, and this is my dear brother, Amoros? Amoros. There we go. Amoros, yep. I know, you know what, Aurora, we're here for it, we still stand. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance, Hunter Wallace. I nod politely, not sure which of them I should be focusing my attention on. Amoros doesn't appear to like talking, or maybe he's simply not alive. Hi, John, how's it going? Welcome. Yeah, pretty much. We went, welcome to, I don't even know, I keep forgetting the name of this because I keep just calling it, like, spooky, smutty murder mystery. That is what this game is, okay? That's all this is. When the night comes, thank you. My chat keeps having to remind me because I keep forgetting. Possibly because I'm gonna blame the deep V's they put on almost every goddamn character in this game, okay? Listen. Welcome to When the Night Comes, also known as, apparently, super sexy murder mystery time. That is what this has become. We are not surprised. Exactly. When the night comes, wink wink. Nudge nudge. If you know what I mean. If you know what I mean. Maybe he's just not, is he not allowed to talk? His overbearing sister is clearly the leader of the two. We're addressing mommy in this situation, I'm sorry. I study her steeled gaze and she seems completely at ease. Aurora, can you tell me what you do here? Amoros looks relieved that I didn't focus my attention on him, his once stiff shoulders sagging. Well, looks like I made a good choice. Aurora clears her throat, a delicate hand covering her mouth as she does so. Well, what exactly would you like to know? What is the Ibeck? Ibeck? How do you pronounce Ibeck? Clear my throat, trying not to be distracted by their unnatural stillness. Are you alive? Are we sure? We were told these two were humans. I am getting distinctly non-humanish vibes off of them. I don't know about anybody else. Can you explain to me what you do and why? They share a look and Amoros nods once under his sister's ice-cold gaze. Our purpose is simple. We spread the word of the night. Of those that are oppressed and murdered in cold blood. Yeah, how can we define the word oppressed in this situation? I don't know, and I need to find out. Because I need to know. Personally. Trust me, I am on the same, we are on the same wavelength. 112% here. Oh my god. There's so many smoochable peeps. And you haven't seen all of them yet. It's great. She giggles, the sound musical, but edging on maniacal. The creatures, of course. I look at Amoros and he drops his gaze, color sweeping across his pale cheeks. Is my answer not satisfying, Hunter Wallace? Surely you know that the institution that you serve brings harm to innocents. I ain't going after them. I just need to know who's killing my peeps. The creatures that you kill are nothing more than confused and lost, merely looking for salvation. I pause, carefully contemplating my response. My adult life has consisted of seeing bloodthirsty creatures trying to mindlessly murder innocent people, and in turn try to kill me as I protect them. I see no desire for salvation in that. That said, this town is weird. All of the creatures in this town are too super chill and laid back and want to do none of the murders. I think they just want to smooch, and I am here for it. I love the morally gray implications of your character. Yeah, right? I know, I'm here for the corset. I think there's actually like really good detail work on it too. The sleeves, like actually how they like billow and then come back in. The detail work on it's quite like I'm here for it. I appreciate that there are creatures who don't intend harm to anyone, even some that are kinder than most humans. Yeah, no, I'm really digging the art style. But I smile again and take a deep breath as the music kind of crescendos. That felt awkward. But I cannot bring myself to understand how you can so blindly support the slaughter of your own people. Amaros frowns deeply, and I swear I see him shaking his head at me, but it's just subtle enough for a sister not to notice. Because humans are inferior and pathetic. Yeah, you are definitely not human. Harry lied. Harry done lie to me. Boy, do me dirty. We infest and corrupt the earth by dedicating our time and resources to ridding it of the only things that give our wretched species any hope. She inhales sharply, calming herself and brushing her hands over the front of her skirt. So, to answer your question, we are here to protect the creatures just as you are here to destroy them. I never said I was here to destroy them. I don't know. Here's the thing. We've already met vampire. So we met a vampire. Like, he was like the second person we met. And I don't think these guys are vampires, but I don't know what they are. I'm sure you're very aware of the recent murders in this area. Can you tell me anything that may be of use to my investigation? Aurora steals her gaze, unblinking, her fingers clasped tightly in front of her. We saw nothing, and we have an alibi. Ooh, this is Amaros. Ooh. I look at Amaros, startled that he actually spoke. His voice strangely soft and comforting. I know. Regardless, his words sound practiced and rehearsed. He looks nervous, like he'd rather be anywhere else but here, and his eyes keep darting to the door behind me. Nothing at all. You're stationed right beside the graveyard where the last hunter's body was discovered. You're telling me you didn't hear a thing? Wait, was the last hunter's body there been there like 6 days then? I thought it was bad and it was only there for a day. The body cleanup crew is real off. Real off. You're telling me you didn't hear a thing. He was brutally murdered, set alight, and burned to ash. And yet he didn't scream or call for help? Aurora's lips curl at the corner, her eyes turning dark. My brother speaks the truth, Hunter Wallace. Question us all you like, but yeah, he's built different. But we've been through this with your insufferable predecessor. Just like Harry said, they apparently have an ironclad alibi, but my suspicion does not waver. I nod once, noticing Amaros' gaze burning into me, and though I cannot gauge how he's feeling, my gut tells me he has something to say. Something he wouldn't dare to with his sister by his side. Like he's scared. I'm starting to feel like Harry sent me here just to unnerve me. Surely he knew this is what I would be faced with. I still have a little to nothing to work with here, and the twins continue to stare me down. I think about his parting words. Suspect everyone, question everything. You truly have nothing else to say regarding the situation. Aurora stands firm, her lips curling into that wolfish grin once more. Honestly, I write? Yeah, there is. What are you hiding? What are you hiding with that suit, sir? Not a thing. It was ever so wonderful to make your acquaintance, though. Truly. Do stop by again. Our doors are open to everyone. We're more than happy to accommodate you should your agency need to question us for a third time. Amaros gives me a look again, and I wonder if it would be possible to somehow get him alone. I have a feeling I'd get a lot more out of him than I have from her. Thank you, Aurora. Amaros? On my way out, I see a small, neatly wrapped package sitting on the doorstep. I bend down to check the label, and written on it in an elegant script are the words Zes Hewa, and Amaros' name paired with a small heart. I may not know what it means, but I know a demonic language when I see one. Interesting. Feel like we should have studied demonic languages if this was going to be our gig for our entire life. I don't know, just a thought. Just suspected there might be a lot more to Amaros Woodridge than meets the eye. Is that his last name? It's probably just like a care package. I walk through the center of town for a while, getting to know the buildings and watching the people that pass me by. Lunaris turns into a quiet, nervous town when the sun begins to set, and I wonder if it's only recently lost its warmth. I consider heading for the graveyard, something tugging at me and telling me that there's more for me to find, but it's demon for live, laugh, love. Yeah, pretty much. Hey, it's this buddy, Alcar. Sup, friend? So this is the half-lycan who likes to spend time in taverns where nobody likes him, unfortunately. I feel bad for him, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, listen, you're gonna start seeing the other people in the very deep V's that they got going on here. Yes! LA. Yeah, just you wait, friend. Just you wait. Alcar suddenly appears from behind the crooked houses, sending two children that were playing in the street scattering.
What the hell have you been doing in that damned church? Are you feeding into their bullshit already?
No, sir, don't you worry. He pauses, huffing a sharp breath through his nose.
I thought you'd be different. Just like everyone said you would be. How stupid of me to want to believe them.
Yeah, I think those other buttons are just decorative, honestly. Also, I don't know if where the shirt is. Like, where is this? Maybe it's not really like a fully done shirt. Maybe it's just like, it doesn't fit over his chest anymore, so he has to anyways, I don't know. I have questions about wardrobes. This certainly isn't the first time I've been caught off guard by an angry lichen, but it's safe to say I don't need to fear for my life here. Yeah, it could be that. He does look pretty pissed. It's not what you think, Alcar. I was just questioning them. He scoffs, rolling his eyes. His hands are shaking. Listen, he's clearly from an anime, okay? Like, clearly he's an anime protagonist. With the... See, thank you, Final Fantasy Couture. Right here. Okay? Clearly out of a Square Enix game and or an anime. That's where we're at with the fashion choices. His hands are shaking, but he balls them into fists when he catches me looking. Is that so? And why should I believe you? I don't even know you. Why are you gonna judge me if you don't even know me? No, you don't, which is why you should consider giving me the benefit of the doubt. Just trying to do my job. Do you suggest I just ignore the very obvious cults in the middle of town? His wolf ears flicker. Okay, here's the other thing we're confused about for the friends who have just joined us partway through. He's got ears here. He's got ears here. Which ears do the hearing? I have questions. Anyways, do both of them hear? Does he actually have 4 ears? Anyways, his wolf ears flicker back and forth as he unclenches his fists. Come on. You're just questioning them? Yeah. Yeah, I was hardly agreeing with them in their hatred for, well, me. Conversation ears and hunting ears. I mean, maybe. He rolls his eyes at me, standing his ground. Something has me curious and I can't resist asking. They want to protect you from the likes of me, so why do you despise them so much? Thank you for asking the obvious question here.
Because they couldn't care less about those of us that don't enjoy killing humans mindlessly. Because we're not real creatures if we stay out of trouble and befriend humans or each other.
I like you, Alcar. You grumpy boy. You very grumpy boy, but we're here for it. So if you dare to act even remotely human, you're the enemy too. He smirks, brows raised.
Aha. Now you're getting it.
Alcar is apparently defensive to a fault, but I sense that under the surface he's probably just scared and maybe even a little lonely. A little lonely be hard to be feared like that when you've done nothing wrong. At least I don't think he has. He is kind of a bastard. Do you have friends here, sir? Are you close with anyone in town? He bristles, his tail swaying back behind. I think that answers that question. That is an odd question, and close is reaching. Do you at least know anyone in town? You and Piper seem at least aware of each other. He scoffs, his lip curling in disgust.
Merriman and I are not close. Unless you consider her kicking my ass her way of showing affection.
Honestly, probably. I tilt my head, contemplating that she actually might. Listen. She can fight me any day. Depends on what you're into, I suppose. There we go. Not wrong. Trust me when I say Merriman and I are not friends. Oh. Sorry, my OBS is deciding to be a little bit sketch right now. There we go. Then you truly have no one. He softens slightly, his gaze dropping to the ground. I have friends, I suppose. Finn, Ezra, maybe even the demon.
It's easier for me to keep my distance. Anyone who gets close to me always gets hurt.
Ah, okay. Sorry. Our werewolf boy is also the emo trope. Perfect. I was wondering who that would fall to. Is that so? I think about the way he acts, his cockiness, his smirking, and flashing fangs. Is all that just a show to keep others away? To keep them wary? I suppose it works, as much as it also earns him their bad opinion. Why do you ask anyways? You seem lonely, that's all. He straightens up, wolf ears pressed flat against his skull. Oh, baby!
Well, maybe I like being lonely. Have you considered that? I am a wolf, after all. Aren't we supposed to be solitary creatures?
They often go in packs. Well, it depends. Surely you have a pack. He stiffens at that, and his next words are firm and final. No, and don't ask me again. Oh, I had a sore spot. Sadness swiftly replaces any trace of anger that I feel from him. Yeah, very lone wolf. I'm sorry. I won't mention it again. Thank you, Hunter. He's just a sad, lonely, emo boy, wolf boy, okay? It's fine. A moment passes and Alcar restlessly shifts from one foot to the other. He doesn't seem incredibly satisfied with my answer about questioning the twins, but I can't really do much more to convince him, nor do I care to right now. So where are you heading now? Do you live nearby? He narrows his eyes at me, clearly contemplating if he wants to divulge such information. Why? Listen, okay, welcome to Parker Plays Dating Sims. We will choose every romanceable option possible, so help me, until they force me to choose. So, it begins. I'd like to get to know you. Can't I just try to get to know you a little better? And why would you want to do that? Because it's me. I offer him a smile and shake my head, incredulous that he so obviously suspects the worst from everyone. Because I think there's more to you than meets the eye. Am I not allowed to be curious? He narrows those vivid scarlet eyes, meeting my gaze and holding it. I suppose you are. He continues to stare me down, taking a tentative step closer.
So, if I did let you get to know me a little better, what then?
Then we can be friends. That's how this works, right? I contemplate his question carefully, taking a minute and surveying him from head to toe. Well, for starters, I'd buy you some shoes. He smirks, his scarred lip curling at the corner. He looks handsome when he smiles a little softer. How thoughtful of you, but you wouldn't be the first to try. No? He shakes his head, wiggling his bare toes against the cobblestones. Got little toesies! Just little toesies. And faster without them. And who exactly are you running from?
If I told you, I'd have to kill you.
We share a quiet laugh, something passing between us. It's warm and I feel like I'm finally getting to experience the real Alcar for the first time. Or at least I hope so. Funny.
I'm a funny guy.
I like him. I do like him. He glances up the sky, muttering something under his breath before he sets his gaze upon me once
It's getting dark, and there's a cold drink with my name on it at the Wolf. As much as I'd love to stay standing in the middle of the street talking to Lunaris' new favorite person, I'd better dash.
Bye-bye. love the tail. I love that there's like, it's properly like taken care of. There's properly a spot for his tail in his outfit. He turns as if he's about to leave, then he pauses, pointing at the ibex. I know, right? The building looms over the town, and it appears even more unsettling now I know who resides there.
Stay away from them. You might think you're safe because they're human, but words can do just as much harm as knives or claws in this town.
Look at it here. Oh my god, is that like a little cuff on the ear too? Oh my god, you precious boy. Love you. Yeah, they went from the ass up. Of course they did. Get the horrible feeling that he's right, and maybe I should have pushed harder with them. Maybe I should be asking him about the murders too, but Harry told me to trust my instincts, and right now something is pulling me towards the graveyard, not towards a scrappy, sarcastic wolf boy who I quite love. I'll be careful. See to it that you are a hunter. The town might fucking implode if it has to deal with much more. He makes a dismissive noise, scowling at me, but he's unable to mask his obvious worry for my well-being. I see you like me. I see, not that I care. Oh yeah, no, there we go. Anyway, I'll see you around. Okay, bye. He offers me a half-arsed wave paired with a decidedly mischievous grin, and then Alucard slinks back into the alley from whence he came. Cemetery. Okay, remember I was talking about I love the art and aesthetic of this? Like, look at this nighttime. This is pretty. This is really pretty. The graveyard looks so different at night. Beautiful even. Fog twists and curls around my ankles as I walk, glimmering specks of vivid blue light sparkling in its haze. They're so nice. They're really well done. Yeah, it's really pretty. I really appreciate it. Thankfully, the darkness is a little more forgiving this evening, and something seems to be guiding me along, leading me to the right place where the murder happened. We already know where the murder happened. I'm hoping I might be able to get a clearer idea of what transpired here that night now that I know who he was, or what he was. I follow the path to see a dark figure crouching before a neat line of gravestones. There's no danger here, not that I can feel, but I approach with caution anyway. As I draw nearer, I recognize him. Oh, it's Finn! Ready for another very deep V, friends? I wish I was kidding. And this is also the vampire. I'm no fool, and I know he senses me here, but he doesn't flinch, keeping his gaze fixed on the dark forest that surrounds us. I'll give him some space. I stand in silence and observe him, noticing the defeated set of his broad shoulders. He already seems different here to the man I encountered the other night in Ezra's shop. More stoic. He takes a deep breath, one that I know he doesn't need, and he turns slowly.
Hunter, what brings you here on this fine evening?
Hi, darling. Hanging out in graveyards is just part of the job. He rolls his eyes playfully.
I relate to the people here a lot more than I do anyone else.
It's actually a prosthetic arm, apparently. It is actually like iron and stuff like that. Oh yeah, very voice swag, yeah, 100%. I laugh and he joins me, his expression softening a bit. For someone who requires no sleep, he looks tired. Do you really spend your free time hanging around graveyards like the vampires in all the storybooks? Look how deep the V is, though! Sorry, I'm good. I told you, I officially don't trust people that don't now have a deep V. Like, clearly Harry, I still don't trust Harry. Anyways, it's fine. He gestures at the tombstones, shrugging.
Well, yes, of course. How else would I chat with my friends?
It's kind of adorable. He stares at me quite intently, his smile fading. The dull golden glow of his eyes is strangely comforting in the darkness. As they go. Okay, further. Yeah, no. It's a prosthetic arm. Also, watch language, please. I'm gonna check some of the language here. So. Yes, you can wear a vest with nothing under it. You 100% can. Apparently that's the vibe here. Apparently it's warm here. That's the one part that I'm clearly mad at. It's not even a sleeve, so it's actually a prosthetic arm, apparently. He lost an arm. Yeah, I know. I'm just always mindful. Yeah, with the sleeve design, which is cool. It's dope as hell. He stares at me quite intently, his smirk fading. Thank you. Appreciated. The dull golden glow of his eyes is strangely comforting in the darkness, and they glisten as he cocks his head. I gather he's trying to suss me out.
You know, I actually find it quite soothing out here. It's so peaceful, and humans can be so very loud. It's nice.
You're not wrong. He pauses, looking up at the stars, and he smiles again. Yeah, right? This guy's great. Also, I did joke that the V, like, if you notice the gold V for vampire, somehow, very clear. It's like you wore it quite emblazoned on him. I look around us. The trees are swaying softly in the breeze. The crickets... Getting tongue-tied again with this one. Oh, he probably is. On it, like... Yeah, no, he's good for that. He's good for it. Are you playing a character that is also like a Dompier or something like that? Because that would then very much align. Or is it a rogue? Is this the rogue vibes? Because I always start. That's where I lean. The trees are swaying softly in the breeze, and the crickets chirping in the tall grass. Not another living soul apart from myself and... Oh, he may not be living, but he's here. Oh, he's Dragonborn. Nice. Very cool. You're right. There is something peaceful about it. Curiosity shines in his gaze, and apparently he's impressed by my answer. How are you coping with all this? It must be overwhelming, starting fresh in a strange place. He pauses, nose crinkling, pointed ears twitching. Especially one as strange as this. So here's the thing. That's why I said the twins before weren't likely vampires, because this is their vampires in this world. So... Je ne sais pas. I have no idea. I grant agreeing with him wholeheartedly. I am slowly getting the hang of it, I think. You're doing just fine, Parker. So, tell me, why are you really here at this hour? I really need to have a look around. I sensed something near where the body was found the night after I arrived. He pauses, looking as though he's trying to decide if he should say what he's thinking.
There's definitely a strange energy here. Stranger than usual, anyway. But I can help you, if you wish. I mean, if you wanted an immortal opinion.
Yes, please. How exactly can you help me out? Have we not like, come on, super senses here. He huffs a quiet laugh and folds his arms across his chest.
Would an excellent sense of smell and the ability to see things your human eyes cannot be of use?
I feign disinterest, a playful roll of my eyes as he waits for my response. I suppose I shouldn't dismiss any help, but how do I... Oh no, I'm so sorry! But how do I know that you're not the thing committing these horrible crimes? I've been told to trust no one more times than I can count, so tell me, Finn, why should I trust you? He offers me a very wry smile, but sadness lingers in his gaze.
Freedom.
Freedom? He nods again, taking another deep, unnecessary breath.
I've been trying to become a better man since the day I died. My sire was a cruel man, a tyrant. Being around that for centuries does something to you.
I mean, yeah, fair. Where's your sire now? Where's Daddy? Sorry. Oh. I don't know where we're going with this, friends. Ugh. He swallows thickly, rubbing the back of his neck. It's almost a nervous gesture, and the first time I've seen him do anything that remotely looked human or graceless. Dead. Killed by your lieutenant general. I owe Harry my life. He freed me from Levi's shackles. He pauses, head tilted towards the night sky, and he closes his eyes. A smile crosses his lips, something wicked.
I've done terrible things in my time, and I intend to pay penance for those for the rest of my days. Which, if you hadn't heard, is forever.
Apparently. Vampires are forever. Apparently quite like diamonds. There's so many things I want to ask him. You've seen so much, done so much. And I assume lost so much.
So, to answer your question, I value doing the right thing above all else. Even if sometimes I tend to stumble a little. Metaphorically, of course.
What a sweet little bean. I offer him a wry smile, watching him watch me. More romance options! Sorry, I told you, we will literally choose every romance option if provided to me. Same, I quite like Finn. I think he's a good boy. I think he's a very good boy. I'd like to spend time with you. Here's the thing. If I can have all of the options, I'm going to, okay? I'd be lying if I said that I'm not curious to get to know him a little better. Spending some time with you wouldn't be so terrible, I suppose. He looks taken aback by my statement, but he recovers in record time. A smirk that I've come to learn is quintessentially Finn crossing his lips. A smirk that has my cheeks heating.
You suppose? Hmm?
I step closer, his gaze burning into mine, and I feel a shiver roll down my spine, the hairs on the back of my neck standing to attention. He notices. Are you cold? Sir. He's teasing me, so I decide to play along. Freezing. Why don't you offer me your jacket? Oh, wait. Yeah, I've been trying to figure out what those are on his other arm. I'm assuming tattoos, maybe to do with like whatever he like his group that he belongs to. I cannot remember the kinship. Can't remember what it's called. Yeah, he does. It seems to be there too. Maybe he just likes the ink. He makes a quiet little noise, one that I think I could become quite fond of hearing.
Unfortunately, I can't warm you up. I am quite dead, you know.
What a shame. I raise my brow at him, unable to stop the smile that spreads across my lips. Really? I didn't notice. The fangs and deathly pale skin are ever so subtle. He pokes the point of one of his fangs with the tip of his tongue before he speaks. That's cute. I find myself watching the movement quite intently.
I don't think I've ever been called subtle before.
He's sweet. Well, there's a first time for everything. He narrows his gaze, apparently contemplating his next sentence quite carefully.
You're different, aren't you? I like different.
That's always the plan. So sweet. He's a sweet boy. I clear my throat, snapping myself out of this little daze I seem to have lulled myself into. We should... He smiles wider this time. He's handsome, bathed in the moonlight, even more so than in the artificial light of the shop. It's distracting. He's apparently quite distracted himself, and he clears his throat before he next speaks. We should. I brush past him a little closer than necessary. Another shiver overtakes me as I feel his cool skin against my own. I head for the crime scene, hyper aware of him following clues behind me, knowing his gaze is burning into me. We stop at the charred patch of grass. They've got rid of the body. That's nice. Thank you. Finn bending to pick up one of the bloodied shards of the shattered gravestone. He brings it to his nose, glances at me before he gives it a sniff. He's apparently quite repulsed by whatever scent he's picked up and hands me the stone, wiping his hands off on his trousers.
I suggest you keep that. That's not something I've experienced before, and I've smelled a lot of different things in my time.
Sir.
It seems off. If it's from a creature, it's certainly not one I've come across in my 600 years.
You look good for 600. I throw him an accusatory glance before I turn my attention back to what he's handed me. I put it in my pocket for safekeeping. Can't pick up anything at all, so that means it isn't the victim's blood. He shakes his head. Definitely not his. Well, here goes nothing. I do exactly as I did the last time, closing my eyes and concentrating, pouring all of my energy into seeking out that lingering memory. For the record, I think I have superpowers. Do I know what they are? Not really. That has not actually been explained to me, but I seem to be able to, like, feel things, history. I don't know. I have no idea. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. What could possibly go wrong? It's just as I remember. Painful. Loud, and I almost can't bear it as a deep, scared voice echoes in my mind. Leave while you still can. Feel a force pushing at me, but it's weak and nothing I can't handle, so I fight it and hold my ground. It's not hostile, but panicked. It's trying to tell me to go, to get out, to run. That just makes me want to stay all the more. I hear Finn saying my name, but it's distant, almost as if I'm underwater. I want to help. Tell me how. Who did this to you? No help, just death. You can't stop them. I tried. I failed. The voice quickly disappears, and all I'm left with are more questions. I open my eyes to find Finn crouched before me, his eyes wide, concern etched on his handsome face.
Are you okay? What was that? I wasn't listening, I swear it, but I couldn't block it out. He was just so loud.
I exhale sharply, shaking my head and taking his hand as he offers to help me stand. I fall against him as he catches me with fluid grace. Ah, whoops. Look at me accidentally falling like this. It was the hunter, it must have been. What did you hear? He pauses, frowning and tightening his grip on me. Nothing coherent, just noise, but it was intense. That's never happened before. What do you mean? I mean, I feel things, I hear things sometimes too, but I've never directly spoken to a spirit like that. At least, that's what I think it was. I should go find August. He seems reluctant to let me go, a stitch in his brow as he looks at me. Are you sure you're okay? I nod, regretting it immediately as a wave of dizziness overtakes me. Whoops.
I've got you.
Thank you.
You need to go and seek out Ezra. He can help you. Trust me. He's good with weird shit like this.
Yeah. I contemplate heading back to see August, but I suspect they wouldn't appreciate me disturbing them at this hour with little more than a ghost story. Yeah, probably not. You're right. I'll head for a shop immediately. Finn nods, still watching me and holding me close. Head straight there, promise me? You are very sweet, and this is gonna be a problem. Because I'm going to like it. Anyways, I place my hand on his chest, and Finn holds my arms as I try to steady myself. This is like the equivalent of the friends being like, text me when you get home, okay? I will. Thank you, Finn. I chase his touch as we break apart, his cool fingertips feeling so soothing against my skin. If you need me, don't hesitate to come and find me. Ezra can tell you how to get to me. I swallow thickly, nodding and trying to shake myself free of his haze. I thought you had lived with Ezra. What the? I am confused. What were you doing beneath Ezra's place? I'm still confused. I will. I swear it. He turns and heads for the forest, casting a final lingering gaze over me as over his shoulder as he disappears into the darkness. Now I need to find Ezra and fast. Okay, here. This is, so we had this scene early in, and I think it's still so stunning. The lanterns are beautiful. I love the purple haze. Like, this is... Anyways, I'm good. I'm fine. I swear. What the hell is going on in this town? I round the corner and see that the lantern outside this shop is dark, and I didn't realize how late it had gotten. I can only hope that he's home. I knock on the door and hear a loud crash, followed by quick footsteps. Oh, you are not Ezra! Hi, sweetie! Hi, Omen! What are you doing in Ezra's home now? Ezra, how many boys do you bring home at night? How many boys? Not shaming in the slightest. I'm just impressed, my dear. The door creaks open slowly, and a face that definitely isn't Ezra's appears. Did you break something, sweetie? Yeah, right? I'm taken aback by the sight of Omen. His eyes... This is the glamour demon! His eyes wide as he stares at me. Are you supposed to be in there, Omen? He blinks, and a moment later he smiles, full of sheepish remorse. That answers my question, though it's difficult to work up any annoyance even if he's actually trespassing. Is he influencing me with his powers, his wiles? Or is his human face just that cute? He's very cute. Yes, I'm maybe kind of living here right now. What? Oh, really? He smiles shyly, his eyes twitching, and he looks away for a moment. Is Ezra here? He shakes his head, opening the door a little more.
No, he went out. He said he wouldn't be long, but I don't know when he'll be back.
His eyes widen a little bit more as if he's remembered something. Sorry, would you like to come in? I contemplate rushing off to continue my search for Ezra, but I would be stupid to miss a chance to find out a little bit more about this curious demon. I'd love to, but just for a moment. Also, look at the inside of this shop. It's adorable. Anyways, we're good. There's a neat little pile of cushions arranged on the rug in the middle of the shop. And a handful of empty wrappers that I can only assume are ones filled with treats. Oh my god. Oh my god. Does he have a sweet tooth? He has a sweet tooth, I'm certain. Omen rushes to pick them up and scrunches them into a ball as if he's trying to get rid of the evidence. His tail sways mindlessly as he sticks them in a small bin hidden behind the counter. He seems oddly at home here, so I assume he's telling the truth about staying here often. Look at that deep D, though! Shirts don't work in this place, friends. You look exhausted. Have you been busy today? I laugh quietly, rubbing my temple and my head continuing to thrum. Very busy, yes. He nods, picking up a lightly glowing blue crystal that sits on one of the displays. He fiddles with it nervously. Can I ask you a few questions? I suppose. Yes. I might not be able to answer much, though. Why? He grimaces.
I try to stay out of things around here. The humans don't like me very much.
Oh, baby. It's a crown of some sort. They did reference it when when we were doing a description earlier. Or at least my character seemed to have described it as a crown. It's really pretty is what it is. Because you're a demon? His mouth twists into something that looks like it's trying and very much failing to be a smile. Something like that. I suppose that's fair. It's not every day you see a demon like him walking down the street even these days. He's well glamored, but he's still quite obviously inhuman. In a town like this, especially one so small, I imagine he's quite an unnerving presence. And that isn't even taking into consideration what the murders and unanswered mysteries may have done to the townsfolk's nerves. I'm asking about him. I don't know much about you. Where are you from? How long have you been here in Lunaris? His eyes widen, his pupils dilating, and I see the slightest hint of crimson flickering in his chestnut brown.
I've been here about 2 years. Time passes differently here for me, so it's hard to know for sure. You'd have to ask Ezra. He'd know.
So precious. I don't miss the way he so tactfully ignored my question about his origins, but I decided not to press him if he's giving me something. Yet. How'd you meet Ezra? He lights up at that question.
I met him the day I arrived in Lunaris. He was the first person I saw, and he took me in without question when I was in need of shelter.
Oh, I love. Ezra is very kind, isn't he? He nods enthusiastically. Okay, Sarah, thank you for being here and thanks for the follow. No, you're good. Don't worry about it. You are fine, my dear. Don't sweat it. Okay. Have a good rest of your night. Hope to see you around later. Bye. Well, he fidgets, dropping his gaze to his hands, fingers toying the blue crystal again. The General, August, they don't like him very much. That makes Ezra sad. Do you know why? Much love. He shakes his head, biting his lip. No, I didn't want to ask, but Finn says they've known each other a very long time.
Ezra has been very, very kind to me. I don't want to pry, not about things that might hurt to say or to hear.
I nod slowly. It's hard to argue with that, I suppose. Do you know much about the recent murders? Omen passively looks at the window, a sad look crossing his face.
I know that the humans are upset, and that the ones who were killed were hunters. Ezra is tired all the time, and Finn visits him less. Alcar is distant.
He sighs, a knot forming between his brows.
Everything is so different lately. I don't like it.
Oh, baby. His eyes light up as he turns to look at me.
But now you're here. A solution. A fresh start.
Eventually, Omen shrugs. The wind changes, perhaps towards shore this time. And he smiles at me, full of optimism and faith. His trust is almost sweet, but I can't in good conscience lie to him. I hope so, Omen, but it might take me a little while. Right, yes, I understand that. He fidgets where he stands, his eyes flickering to the curtain that hides Ezra's living area. Can I show you something? Of course you can. One moment. It's like a kid. It's adorable. He reminds me of Sawyer from Boyfriend Dungeon. Like, 100%. He reminds me of the cinnamon roll. He dashes through the curtain that separates the front of the shop with the back, reappearing within seconds clutching a weathered notebook. Here, I keep notes on things I find interesting, mostly humans, but also Finn, Alcar, Ezra. He trails off looking wistfully.
I thought maybe this could help you. If you need to know stuff about certain people, I might have something here.
Maybe? Yes! Love option, sorry. You said you write things you find interesting.
That's right. Anything that intrigues me, I guess. Sometimes things I don't understand, so I can ask someone later. Human things, mostly.
You precious babe. I smile, enamored. He's so wonderfully curious. It's a nice break from the doom and gloom of the others that I've been speaking to have been emanating. Anything about me in there? And he blushes. He stutters, holding on to the book a little tighter. Oh, maybe. I raise an eyebrow at him as he shyly drops his gaze.
Yes. Yes, there is.
My smile grows exponentially, and Omen smiles in return. The color in his cheeks is almost matching his shirt. Wonder about me. His tail sways back and forth enthusiastically, curling around his legs.
You're really putting me on the spot, huh?
I could just go and read it, my dear. As long as it's nice, I don't mind. I offer him a wink.
Oh, it's very nice. Trust me.
Excellent. I sigh dramatically, watching him watch me. I have a feeling there'll be more notes in this book this evening. Well, I guess I'll have to trust you if you're not going to show me. Never say never, Parker. I feel a sudden twang of pain in my temple again. The sensation is unpleasant and it burns. Parker, you okay? Owen rushes to my side, the notebook forgotten upon the counter. He reaches for me, but he's hesitant. I can feel an impossible warmth radiating off of his palm, but he withdraws his hand before he touches me. I'm fine. I really need to find Ezra. Do you have any idea where he could be?
I don't know for sure, but he usually goes to the market or the tavern. Maybe even the catacombs.
The catacombs? He nods, leaning closer.
Yes, that's where the vampires are.
Gotcha. He presses his finger to his lips, a human gesture that looks out of place, like he's been practicing.
I would try the tavern first, though. He did mention he needed a drink. He likes to drink a lot of wine after a busy day.
Listen, Ezra is is a person after my own heart, okay? I love Ezra right now. Thank you so much, Omen. I better hurry. I bid him a quick farewell and head out back into the darkness. I think that is actually probably where we're going to leave this game today. Because that feels like a really good place to save. So we have saved. So, yeah, we're going to leave it there. This has been fun. This has been a good time. Thank you again to the raiders who came by and dropped in. Well, let's see if we can't share the love and pay it forward. Excellent. Okay, remember how, like, literally last week I was very angry that the Outlaws Network wasn't on? They're back. We're good. We're gonna go over there, and send them some love. All right, friends, that is the plan. That is what we are going to do. It looks like they're doing Outlaws and Old Ones, so as you know, that is, I'm pretty sure, their D&D live recording of their podcast where the chat basically can screw with things. So if you want to go have fun and have a lot of good laughs, they are a good crew to go hang out with, and I'm going to highly encourage that when we go over there that you at least say hi. Otherwise, we will continue this game on Tuesday, and yeah, I will see you all very soon. Rar, go drink your water, and I'll see y'all later. Bye-bye.
What the to answer your question, Maria, in chat says
Whoa.
TP Seymour is a... Hi, Victor Parker. Thank you so much. Welcome to our Raiders.
What's going on?
Welcome, Raiders. Pew, 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 pew.
You guys playing a dating sim or something? Hey,
Oh, you playing a dating sim?
you playing a dating sim? Were you talking about kissing somebody?
Hi, Parker.
Hi, Parker.
Was there another
Yep.
cute goth person to try to get with?
We
Goth cuties in
Beautiful.
we are back for anyone
Make it.
who is unaware. This is the Outlaws Network. We're playing Outlaws and Old
Yes.
Ones. It is a fully improvised TTRPG. We are coming back from sort of a mid-season